All right. Yes, trust that. I'm just reading a comment from one of my favorite moderators that says, trust the algorithm, and I will not. I will not. I will make a post about that because that is from something that was just added onto my story. And I'm on a lot later than I normally am. However, it's always the right time. I'm excited because today is a character building day. And it is an exciting day because I am learning how to motivate myself, how to pull myself out of those spaces when you just feel like I need a word. And this is what I do. I am a motivational speaker. But what does that mean when I need to motivate myself? And for that, it often means that I have to give myself the word that I will need. And that was in this day today. Thank you for the likes already. How we do that, how to motivate yourself, how to give you that word when you just need to hear something great. When you want to throw in the towel, when you want to give up, when you are on that path towards something and you just don't see it and you know it, but that day just may be that character building day where it's just not there. And this is why I labeled this live motivation for when you want to give up. When you want to say, I'm tired of this. I've been going towards this and I believe it will happen for me, but I don't actually see it. And I know I have to see it in my mind's eye. And I know I have to have faith. And I know I must continue. And I know, and I still want to just give up. And everyone in the chat, anyone who has felt this, just put the caution. What's up, retired Leo Lawrence? Put the caution emoji. Fun with Tammy, what's up? You see, when I come on at different times, I see different people. It's fantastic to see you. You see the new makeup look today? Motivation for when you want to give up, because there are those times where it is a character building day. I won't say days are bad. I will say they're character building days. And I thank you. Thank you. I miss you too. I'm excited to see you. And this is why I'm alternating the times that I'm coming on. And also, I had to speak to myself today as the motivator. I had to speak to myself. Oh, Andy, I saw your posts about New York. I would love to see how you, or hear how you felt about New York. I'm biased because, hi, Andrew, because I've lived there and I go there often because my sister still lives there. But I would love to know your everything about New York since you've been in Hawaii and you're from Hawaii, what you felt of the city of New York, and how to motivate yourself. I just had that feeling of, I know this is for me and I know how gifted my words are and I know and I want to give up. And I just have to speak to myself so often that how do we navigate those places? How do we tell ourselves to take one more step when we just want to take the shoes off? when we want to take the shoes off. What's up, 1%? Thank you for liking and sharing the live already. I see all my hopefuls are here. And I just updated my link tree, my link in bio. I have my hopefuls link so you can buy hopeful merch, as well as in that link tree, there's a direct link to my TEDx talk, as well as if you want to donate, if any of my words ever inspire you, my Venmo and Cash App are there, but I just updated it today, as well as people who work with me. So thank you. Oh, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I need to send that to Miss Black. I'm just calling her by her last name. Yeah, you were there when I had known for a while, and I'm speaking about my TEDx talk, which is linked in my link in bio. Yes, Anaya. I have a post, and I'm going to talk about my TEDx talk, but I have a post like 2 posts ago. I do a rice water rinse, but I also, depending on the day, I also spray rice water on my hair. I use today Pattern Beauty, this scalp serum. I think I used some coconut oil and something from Bevel. I change my hair. I shift all the time. I'm going to do a massive, probably making and buying of things, sure. But I know the shampoo. I bought a bunch of stuff when I was in Germany because I like products from outside the U.S. However, rice water, especially just a rinse, really gives definition to my curls, especially with my hair this length. So I appreciate you, Anaya. Yeah, the TED Talk, you were there, even though, and that goes with what I'm saying now, my TEDx talk, which is in my link in bio, I'd actually known about it for 2 years. Thank you for the rose. I appreciate the rose. I'd known about it for 2 years. Oh, what's up, Zach Black? Thank you for the heart me. I knew about it last year. And I was excited because I had shared with the TEDx talk as a professional speaker. It's somewhat of a stamp. And when I was invited last year, I was like, wow, that came pretty quick. Well, here's the thing. It takes time for it to be arranged. And so it didn't happen last year. It was supposed to happen last October. And they said we will still have it. Thank you, Zach Black, for the team bracelet. I love a bracelet, baby. How'd you know? So when I was told it wasn't happening, it was like, okay, geez. I know it's still going to happen, but wow, okay, all right. It's something better for me. And I immediately had to speak that life into myself. So when everything was certified and solidified this year, I was told earlier this summer, and Andrew Tabora, who is in the chat and a fellow Maui resident, was there in one of my favorite shops in Wailuku, and I was sharing with him like, yeah, I'm doing a TEDx talk. And so yes, I had already known about it, but it wasn't, they didn't get all the permits for last year. And so I knew about it for about 6 months this year. And the day that I told you is, I think, when they were announcing they were going to put up the website and everything. I don't speak of things until they are like made public. And that was something I had to speak into myself because I had shared with my TEDx talk. I had, and I'm working on a YouTube video for this. Thank you, Zach Black. I appreciate that. I had put that on a vision board, and I had actually printed out, I went on to Pinterest and found a TED background, and I put myself, I superimposed myself onto it, and I printed it out. And I put it on a 4x6 photo frame and had it on the left side of my bed. while in Maui. So for the past almost 2 years, I would wake up and go to sleep looking at it. And so when it happened, I shared that it was one of the most, not difficult, but character building experience. Yeah, yes, yes, and I was doing the works. It always takes both. It possibly could have came if I just slept with that picture beside my bed. But I was also speaking daily. I was speaking at Toastmasters. I was being invited to speak on different Zoom events, and that's how it happened. So I believe it takes that faith of knowing it's happening, planting the seed, seeing it, and just working as it's coming to you. And so when it came, I don't know, anyone go watch that on my YouTube, because I'm not wearing my shoes. I am, as I wear a zigzag shirt, I am, I really enjoy grounding myself. And as a speaker, I had to ground myself and be as authentic as I could be. So yeah. So right before I went on, and this was in Germany, so it actually wasn't cold. This was a month ago today. What made that decision? It was threefold. And number one, when I moved to Maui, I had 6 closets. I've been in fashion. I've been fashion adjacent. I am a vintage collector, as well as I would sell vintage clothing. I love clothes. When I lived in New York, New Jersey, I had 6 closets. So going to Hawaii, I just said, I'm not going to need this. I had a whole closet just of coats and jackets. And I had another closet just of dresses. And I just, but I didn't need that when coming to Hawaii. So I donated or sold everything. And I remember saying as I was donating it, oh yes, I kept that vintage Chanel. I do have that. There are a few pieces oh no, actually, Andrew, I found a place in Texas to consign it, because it's a runway piece, and there wasn't a place in Hawaii for me to consign it because it's such a particular Chanel runway dress, vintage dress. And in my hometown in California, no one had a buyer. So I found a place in Houston, Texas, because there is that clientele. However, leaving New York, going to Hawaii, I donated everything. And okay, you're welcome. And make rice water. It's great for your hair and your skin. I use it on my skin as well as a mask. I remember saying, I found it once, I'll find it again. I found it once, I'll find it again. I found it once, I'll find it again. Because as I was a flight attendant for 15 years, I would go to vintage stores and thrift stores and flea markets all around the world, in Italy and France and Japan and Brazil. And there was a part of me that said, keep this. Thank you for sharing the live, Jim Love. And then I thought, but why? There came a moment where everything, yay, joy for life, what's up? One of my hopefuls. It felt like it was caging me in. Thank you, Anaya, for sharing the live with more than 10 people. You are a hopeful. All of those clothes, I mean, was one of those people, I didn't really wear the same exact outfit twice. But again, in a place like New York, that's great. Living in Hawaii, I'm shifting gears. There's really no need for me to have a runway Chanel when I'm always in Birkenstocks, cutoffs, and like a vintage shirt. So releasing that allowed me to flow lighter, including shoes. Now, I think in 2020, I went on like a online rampage, and I bought basics, like nice leather black pumps. And Zara actually has pretty good pumps, leather. Zara, most of their clothes are made in Portugal. This is why the head of Zara is the #1 guy in retail. He is the wealthiest man in retail because he has the ability to, #1, own his factories in Portugal, not in Asia. So he can produce and ship out in like a 2-week time, where that used to be 6 to 8 weeks. But either way, I had 1 or 2 pairs of heels and I got rid of them. So while I'm on the mainland, I'm not in these streets anymore. I would always say I've been in these streets and these skies for a long time, but I don't really wear heels anymore. If I did, what's up, Detroit Sean? Great to see you. I would probably buy them that day. So for my TEDx talk, the dress was purposeful. I wore Jay-Z blue. I'm a huge fan of Jay. I'm so happy you did, Detroit Sean. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I hope you checked out the TED Talk. If not, go to my link in bio and watch it. Also, blue, there was a reason why I chose blue. Blue is, thank you, thank you. I felt amazing, although I lost my voice right after. And I'll speak about that because I haven't seen you in the live, so I'll repeat all of this. Blue is a color of prominence. Most of the time, Serenity! Oh my gosh, all of my Maui people, what's up, Serenity? I gave my TED Talk. It's in the bio, my link in bio. This is my niece, so I have my Maui people right here who are my fam, my real fam. And, oh, that's my niece, Serenity. What it do, girl? What it do? What it do? What it do? I'm talking about my TED Talk because I didn't wear shoes. Yes, I went on, and I love not wearing shoes. I didn't have heels. I bought a dress. I purposely wore blue because it's the color of serenity. It's calm, it's collected, it's powerful. Oftentimes you'll see presidents wearing blue ties. It was all intentional. And I typically wear red. I am very fiery. I am shifting. So there was a purposeful choice to wear blue. And my favorite hue was Jay-Z blue. Jay says that. And I may tell one of my Jay-Z stories because they're all funny. All of my 4 interactions with Jay-Z. So I chose that. It was purposeful to choose that type of dress. However, while I was in Germany, thank you, Serenity, thank you. And I will FaceTime. Send me a message when I can just like do a quick FaceTime with you because, I'm all over the place. You know how I am. While I was in Germany, my intention were to buy shoes in Germany because Germans have big feet, like me. And I say that because, like in France or Italy, I could never wear shoes or find shoes, just because the people as a whole have smaller feet. So just so you know, Americans tend to have larger feet. We, like Germans or the Vikings, say like, the Nordic countries, Denmark or Norway or Sweden. Italians have smaller feet. So I can never find my size, which is a 42, which is an 11 US. So I went to find some shoes, but there was 41s and there was nothing that grabbed me. And I said, if I don't find something that grabs me, I'm not just going to pick a pair of shoes. And furthermore, I actually don't want to wear any shoes. Yeah, I'm not going to wear any shoes. I'm just going to be as authentic as I am. Because again, the TEDx stage is a huge platform, especially being a speaker. However, I have to stay in my authenticity. And I've spoken about this, about the challenge for me to give that talk, because my speeches come from the heart, the energy, what I feel. I have an outline in my head, but I allow it to flow. That is completely different from your average TED Talk. And I had to allow myself to show up in my own way. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you, because I felt so free on that stage. And I even said at the dress rehearsal the day before, I'm not going to wear my shoes. Like, I don't want to wear shoes. I didn't find any shoes. I want to really be comfortable. What's up, Moonlight Baby? And I love the kisses. I want to feel. And typically when I stand and I'm speaking, I'm standing erect and contracting my abs to really give that presence of power. That was the first time I wasn't. So I was very relaxed. I was in my blue. I had no shoes. I just allowed myself to speak and it felt amazing. So yes, that's what it came from. For me, grounding myself, for me not finding shoes, and for me not wanting to wear shoes. I don't want to do things the way they are told for me to do. I don't want to do it. And it's not a battle every day, but it's something that I rationalize with myself every day, especially with that TED talk, because you can see the other people that spoke. There was a scientist who is now a dear friend of mine. She has her PhD in chemistry and is well known. Thank you, Andrew. Well, now I got a stylist, so I'm going to have to call on you. We're going to have to work together because I'm going to, listen, I knew you would come in handy sometime. Thank you. And makeup, I was a makeup artist before I started flying. So I took that, there we go. There you go. Who's her stylist? Oh, Andy from Maui. That sounds great. I pulled out my makeup artistry hand, and everything we do in life comes back around. And I saw it in this. I lived with a hairstylist, so I dye my hair. I know how to lift my hair and tone my hair and bleach my hair, and I know the color wheel. I've cut my hair. I keep saying I'm growing my hair out, although I like this length, but I do want my big hair again. That is a part of it. Yes, Mag, and I saw that comment you made, and I will trust the algorithm, because now I'm glad I came on this late, because the title was motivation for when you want to give up, because I wanted to throw in the towel today. I really was like, I had to speak a word into me. But also, Mag, who is a longtime hopeful and also one of my moderators, as I was with the 3 dogs, I started to see like, oh, I get this whole mothering thing. Where aren't I based? Well, I'm about to travel again because I'm going to a concert. I'm going to tell you about that. I've been like bouncing all around because I was in Europe, and then I was seeing my parents, and then I will get back to my message. However, a friend of mine knows that I love Tony. Thank you, Mag. And he contacted me and said, hey, I bought a group of tickets to see Tony. And one has your name on it. And I was like, I forget that people actually think about me in these terms. And I have to remind myself of that, because yes, as the motivator, I'm often, thank you. Yeah, because I wanted really joy for life. I was like, what am I doing? This has been a character building experience. There's been a lot of discomfort with this transition into speaking, and not only a transition, but a passion for like, this is what I'm doing. No matter what comes, I will keep going. But how much do you believe that? Because when you say, no matter what, I'll keep going. Well, okay, let's throw this at you. Are you going to keep going now? How about this? Are you going to keep going now? And I just thought, maybe I've done enough. maybe this is just like, yeah, maybe it's for me, but how deeply am I invested in what I say? And I share this because it's that beautiful space of, that's not faith. And I remember someone saying, Hope, you got to transition from your name. Because to hope for something is thank you. To hope for something is I hope it will be there. I hope it's coming. I know it's I have an idea. I hope it's coming. Now I got to transition really that faith bit of course it's happening. And for me to waver doesn't mean that I'm fully seated in faith of knowing it's working. Like you really have to kind of reflect back and see, wait a minute, you just came back from giving a TED Talk in Germany, which already is a pretty big feat. But the other things that are solidified, which I will speak about, not tonight, it is still the beauty of, if I'm motivating and I can't motivate myself, you gotta strengthen that sword, Hope. You gotta strengthen that. Excuse me. You gotta strengthen that. Because that true belief, because I am a fighter, I'm a warrior. Like when I say I'm going to do something, I do it. And I've been reminded of that because after TED, I've had friends reach out and say, I don't know how you're able to do these things, Hope. Because you just say you're going to do something and you do it. And I remember bringing the Kardashians into this. I saw a clip and it was Kim Kardashian saying, yeah, and then I'm going to be a lawyer and then I'm going to do this. And her sister said, I don't know how she does these things. She just says she's going to do it and then she does it. And it seems very easy because I don't really see any barriers. And it's only, I believe, I don't even think it's a test. I really think it's the testimony of, sure, that's uncomfortable, but what are you going to do? Stop? No, you can't. You keep going, and that's a part of it. That's a part of it. That is a part of it. And it can be uncomfortable. And there will be times where I've had a release of tears and said, I may not understand this, and it's all working out. I may not understand what this discomfort is, and I can shift my perspective to see how I'm growing in this moment. I may not even know what to understand, but I can believe that everything is perfectly placed. And I say these things out loud, and it sounds ludicrous. And it's also a space of when I committed myself to this, I knew that it would be a true commitment, a change. And I'm going to invite a creator that I just met onto this live because I found she has this outlet that's amazing. However, this is a space where I had to truly stand in it. And the beauty of what can be brought from that. And the beauty of the difficulties and the beauty in just the continuance of, yeah, I can keep going. Yeah, I will keep going. Yeah, 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 okay. And allowing myself to feel that moment, because it was a space of, now that I'm seeing it, it's what's up, Lil Slick? What's up? What's up? What's up? I am Frey. It was the space of feel that discomfort. And maybe it's not even discomfort. Let me label that. Maybe it is that shift and growth that hasn't ever been felt in this way. And now that it's felt, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. And I share about, especially anything we want to do, there are areas that may feel so unfamiliar. And this is a space where I'm somewhat unfamiliar, even within the speaking world. Like in Toastmasters, several people know me. Or, oh my gosh, Hope Williams. But there's still, this is a new space. And I love that. I also haven't been in this space in a very long time. So I'm sharing all of this to be transparent about this journey and about me as a speaker, because I do challenge myself and say, wait a minute, if you need to speak life into others, you got to be able to speak life into yourself. And I would challenge anyone to be able to do that, because oftentimes we are who we are talking to all the time. But that means in every moment. And yes, the industry is new. It's just new. And that adjustment and the beauty of saying, I'm uncomfortable and I'm not quitting. I'm uncomfortable and this won't last. I'm uncomfortable and I'm a conqueror. I'm uncomfortable and I know what's for me is here. Thank you for my little crown. I am Frey. This is not about discomfort anymore. How about I change that discomfort into I am comfortable. I have adjusted. Everything is perfectly planned. I'm exactly where I need to be. I am not out of place. There's no way I can fail. Everything is working out exactly how it's working out. And I'll accept that, and I will continue to build. And yeah, what's up, cool Aaron, Mag, I am Frey. All the hopefuls are in the building. And I'm just growing into a new space of existence, and there is no quitting. There is no quitting. And I'm telling that to me too. There is no quitting. This to do what? Because then I think, what am I, regardless of where I'm at, I'm going to motivate. That's just been a part of my life's experience. And this is why when I chose to step into it professionally, I said, I do this anyway. I like to do this anyway. I love to talk to people. I love to observe and travel and take my experiences and craft them into a message that's uplifting. So this is it for me. And I will do what it takes to make it my profession, meaning The financial abundance is always there and will follow when I follow what's for me. And that's it. That's it. To be fulfilled, because when I said thank you for continuing to like and share the live, when I was going through that process of retiring from the airline, and again, this was 2020. This was the height of COVID. There wasn't a thought of what would be fly aviation after COVID. No one knew. No one knew. And I was actually in my own world because Hawaii was amazing during COVID. No one was there. And it was like just the most magnetic moment. However, I really sat and thought like, wait a minute. Yeah, I already travel. I do love to travel. I've seen the world, but now I'll see it in a different way because I'll be traveling and speaking. Both of those things I love. So it's like being a flight attendant. I'm still getting payment to go somewhere and do what I love. Okay, yeah, I'm ready for that. I'm ready to do what it takes to be that. And this is purposeful for me. This is meaningful for me. And I love to do this. And I'm challenging myself. And this can grow and I can do this and this. It was me dreaming and building this thing. So I never thought, okay, you can dream this and build this, but then quit when you just think it's too difficult. That wasn't it. That was never the thought. The thought is you're hope. And really, we all have that inside of us. I just am extremely raw with it. And I'm not going to do what I don't want to do. Like I especially creating a lifestyle, financial abundance. I am the best at what I do to me. I'm giving back. I'm building myself. I'm challenging myself. I do this daily. But what's the other option? Is the other option to go work at Chick-fil-A and then just go back to a dream? No, that's not an option. To me, I would always ask, what is the other option? What's the other option? Is there another option for me to do? No. I've already created that dream. And I've shared this before. Flying, really, I haven't ever had that experience of really clocking into somewhere daily. Because even as a makeup artist, I did makeup artistry and then I was a traveling makeup artist. So outside of a brief time, maybe 3 to 6 months where I worked in a restaurant, flying, I'd never been at a building where you go in and you clock in and you see the same people. So I've somewhat already been spoiled. And I often say flying was almost like being a celebrity because we were ushered in everywhere. That's what I do miss. That's what I do miss, like the special line to get into the hotel and the airport. But I do enjoy that variation of where I show up. It definitely works well with relationships with me. It definitely works well with relationships when I go away and then I come back, and then I go away and then I come back. And I also saw this with my parents. My dad usually traveled 2 to 3 days out of the week. So I saw this with my parents. It was never something abnormal for my dad to go to a business meeting, or he would, I don't even know what he would do. He would fly and then come back and then be there for the rest of the week. But I was so used to seeing that that probably programmed me to have that lifestyle as well. But back to not giving up, because it's not that I hit a barrier. It's just that, thank you. Yes, yes. I also wore these on stage. My evil eye earrings. I wore these on stage because I am frei. Nothing for me is going to be, thank you, yes, because I've had people like pop up, and I know people see me. That's a part of it, but I'm going to leave that right there. The life I want wouldn't be easy. To be a professional speaker where I speak all over the world, that's not something where you just fill out an application and go. I am actually creating this. Hope there will be difficult moments. I've had to leave whatever, not lifestyle, because I somewhat have the same lifestyle, but it's coming together and I'm growing in the moment. And even when I travel now, when I'm on the plane, I am so thankful that I had my time flying. And my birthday is in 19 days. 19 days. There's elements of it is all coming together. That is okay to be in a space of, I won't even label it, but you can't quit. Yeah, facing the unknown. Exactly. And shifting with that, finding the power in it, finding how I'm changing, finding how I can just sit in what I'm doing, because at times things are moving right along, and at the same time it's the transparency of how I view it. Just the TEDx talk alone is quite an accomplishment. But as soon as it was done, it was like wiped from my brain. Like I forgot that I did that, because I'm open to what's next, and that already finished. So okay, yeah, I'm present. I feel it. It's been great. And I shared this in one of my other lives. When these things are accomplished, they often feel a lot different than how we may imagine them. Like the feeling of the TED stage was a freeing. It felt like freedom, but it felt, I didn't imagine that I would feel that way. And it was quite an effort, because I had shared on my way to Frankfurt, there was a gentleman behind me that was like the whole time. And I had like my coat over my head, like, oh my gosh, I gotta speak in 48 hours. This mofo is coughing up his entire lung. Okay, all right. I never one time said I was sick, and I still didn't. I said my body is healing. My body has all of the antibodies, and I have a strong immune system. I have everything it takes. I just kept saying that. And I immediately went and got tea, because in Germany, which I brought my niece with me, she's my assistant, I went into the drugstore and said, I'm having a little discomfort in my throat, as well as a little discomfort in my head, I won't say pain, and a resistance in my throat. Like I choose the words differently. She did not bring me to a medicine aisle. And in Germany, they often will give you teas and herbs. She said, okay, this would be good. You can rub the mint oil on your temples. This will soothe your head and discomfort. This tea is good for your throat. This tea is good for loosening mucus, and a lot of rest. That was her prescription. Not, okay, take Tylenol, take Sudafed. There was none of that. And my niece said, wow, that's a lot different from the US. I said, this is why I brought you. There are places that immediately will just say, well, if it's a common cold, the best thing you can do is rest. Drink fluids and hot tea. There's really nothing you can do to rush it. Your body is processing. However, the added thing is this is right before TED. So some of the people at the event, the other speakers and the organizers wanted to speak to me, and my voice was already going like this. And I'm like, okay, I love to talk. I want to talk to everyone, but I can't. I have to save my voice. And I went and had throat lozenges, and at every hotel I stayed at, they were so gracious. I would go to the kitchen and ask for honey and fresh ginger and lemon, and I would just get in the bed and drink hot water with lemon and honey and ginger and hot teas for my throat, and then hop in a hot steamy shower to loosen up my sinuses. So there was that part too. No one saw that because it got to a point where it was very uncomfortable. And on my way to the TEDx event, and at the TEDx event, I had this big scarf. I kept the scarf on the whole time until I spoke. And everyone said, wow, you really amplified your voice, because I had to, but I felt so, I had to feel like a Jetta. I did. I am woman. Hear me roar. But that's what I came there for. I can't get all the way to Karlsruhe, Germany and say, thank you, Wompcat, for the follow. Say, okay, nah, I can't talk. No. Yes. Yeah, I actually got this Magnolia Pearl. She makes clothes from vintage things, and I don't know if Andy is still in the chat, but this is from Tribe Maui. In Maui, there's only a few shops that I shop at, but Tribe Maui in Makawao, she sells these. And this woman makes all the clothes from textiles that are secondhand. And I'm kind of a favorite there, because she would call me and say, hope we got some new things in. Come take a look before I put it on the floor. But yeah, it's me. So Germany, not trying to talk, even though I want to talk. Keep it. Thank you. Yeah, I had it. Now, see, I am Frey. You're giving me so much inspiration to be authentic. I had reservations about wearing this shirt, especially on live, because I didn't know if it was promoting use of anything, but a zigzag is just a zigzag. It can be used for anything. It doesn't have to be used for something that is not legal. So this is really me being authentic, and I'm learning about myself because I had shared my birthday's coming, and I just don't care. And I've also changed that. I care so much because I know everything is taken care of, but I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered. Thank you. The 26th. The 26th is my birthday. And am just sinking into this space of being authentic, like really authentic, really. See, I was trying to get you on host. Let me send you so we can like co-host. I don't want you in the little thing. I want you in the big thing.
Okay.
Okay, so hang up and I'm going to send you a host request.
Okay.
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 Wait.
Let's see.
Um, just a moment. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you because let me tell you, earlier today, I was just like, what the heck is with. I don't know why I am feeling this way, but that's okay. That's quite all right. Well, maybe hold on. I appreciate you saying you like my vibe because, yeah, I had shared that with my mom. I said that was the enemy because I was in a space of, I am going and going and going and going. I don't know how I can, why you aren't larger.
Yeah, I don't, I've never knew how to get larger on people's stuff.
I thought that's with, wait a minute. Okay, let me see if I can.
Because anytime somebody invite me on, it's been small for some reason.
I don't know why that is because you're not a guest. You were supposed to be a host, but I think you're showing up as.
She said, try to tap my square.
Okay, so wait a minute. Do you see at the bottom of your screen? I think it's on the left-hand side. It says guests and hosts. Does it say that for you?
No, it says multiple guests.
You just have multiple guests because if you were a host, if you co-hosted, uh, you would actually be next to me, like
Yeah,
bigger. Uh,
it because when I
let me
click on my
see.
square, it don't give me. Oh, hold on. Is this?
Okay, so I did this. I
It says
just
only the
tried to.
live
Yeah,
trigger can
yeah,
expand once
exactly. What's
again.
up, Karen? What's up, Karen? Okay, can you? Let's see. Oh well,
It almost just happened.
I know. Let me try again. Okay, we'll do it like this.
No, but now you little.
I know, but I'm trying to. That would only be it's with host. I know it's with hosts, but I didn't see you with the host. We can try one more time,
I'm
but
with it.
are you live?
No.
Okay, see, you have to go live and then I can request you to co-host.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so if you don't want to do that, we can stick as this. We can stick to this, or you can hang up, go live, and I'll invite you as a co-host, and then it looks like we're Oprah and Donahue.
Yeah, we can do that. We can do that.
Okay, because I want you to explain your yoga, the laugh yoga. I love that. I needed that in my life. So I'm going to disconnect, go live, and I'll invite you as a host. Thank you, I am Faye.
Okay, let me. I'm trying to figure out how to get
Okay,
out of
let
here.
me try to hang up on you.
Okay.
Because I know how to hang up on people, honey. Trust me. I've been doing this my whole life. Okay, let's see. Disconnect. Okay. Right. So we're gonna have a longer live. I am being a bit more authentic just because as a speaker, I can only speak what I've done and what and if I seek to inspire people, I have to be able to inspire myself. And I just had a space of, yes, I've accomplished this and there's other things. And it was just a space of possibly reflection. And it could be it's right before my birthday. There's a lot of things. Sharon, what's up? What's up? What's up? But I think there we go. Hey, see, now we got it.
Yes. Oh, this is beautiful. We up in here giving.
There we go. There we go. Okay, I had to invite you because yesterday I had to work out and stay out of that rut, and I did it. Yes. Now, holistically, tell me, wait, holistically healing melanin, tell me the full name.
Okay, my company is Holistically Hilarious, but my name is Melanin.
Okay, so I will refer to you as Melanin, and I'm
Yeah.
Hope. That is really my name. And I'm really a motivational speaker. I'm always positive. However, I called you in today, and here's why. And this is why I'm inviting you on the live, because before the agency had me on the multi-guest call, I was just outside. I went by the water and I was just in a space of releasing. I'll say that. Just releasing. Just a release of tears, just a release, just a release. And I had said, I know everything is working out how it should. And it may not be for me to understand. And I can speak words into myself. And I may need more now. I may need more now. And my younger sister and my mom FaceTimed me. I said, Mom, can you give me a word? She said, No, I'm trying to make dinner. I said, okay, that's my mom. But she said, no, I love you. So, yes, it does have power, peaceful energy. So then the agency came on and they hit me. I was just scrolling. They brought me on. I wiped away my tears. I said, everything is working out. I am Hope. It's all, these things happen. Then you came on. And you started sharing about your laughter yoga. And I meditate every morning right when I get up in bed. And I do deep breathing. I'm deep into breath work. And what you did for me is you shifted. And that's really what I was calling it, just a shift. Sometimes you need a person, a movie, something where it just shifts from where you're at to that space of, I'm not even thinking about what I was thinking about. And you were laughing and you did your breath work and you did your laughter yoga and you were explaining about all these practices. And I don't know if you saw, but I was just smiling like, this is, thank you. Thank you. Because I receive exactly what I need when I need it. And it was you in this
Mm.
way. And I'm so thankful. And I wanted to bring you on this live because as you were talking, I was like, she's amazing. And as I speak positivity, I call my followers the hopefuls. And I said, I need to introduce my hopefuls to the practices that you were sharing. So thank you. I'm grateful for you. And I called you in.
That made my heart chocolate chuckle.
Thank you.
Because your energy in the multi guest host today was so beautiful and serene. And it's something I've been calling in because I'm high energy all the time.
Okay.
But you give me you give me what I'm seeking in regards to being in a like velvet, if I can say. Like if to be something, you're velvet. You remind me of velvet.
I
Like
love it.
I'm not saying like I'm jean jacket, but I give tie dye cotton. You know what I'm saying? It feels good, but like it's good to get into some velvet, some silk a little bit sometimes.
Oh, I love silk is my favorite textile. Silk and then cotton.
Yeah, and that's like, cause I love cotton too, but like silk, it just feels so good on the skin. Like cotton, like a good cotton sweatsuit is amazing, but like to put in that silk.
I got my silk pajama pants. Yes, I love silk.
Yes. Well, thank you so much, Rebel, for the likes. I appreciate that. Like to stay.
Yes,
Well,
and
come
on
on,
my
Facebook.
side,
So
uh, a positive community is a powerful community. One of my hopefuls, Cool Aaron, just said that. And yeah, we're all about positivity, and I'm so grateful for you. I'm grateful.
I feel like the universe makes no mistakes because my I'm Melanin B, but I call my family like they're my hilarious family, like my team hilarious because life may not always be funny, but it sure is hilarious. And you see how I spell the name hilarious
Yeah, heal.
because we're finding humor in our healing.
Mm,
And when you're able to find humor in your healing, it's a sign that you are healing. And to be able to laugh in spaces and places that you once cried is a sign that you are healing. And it's a
yeah.
form of alchemy and transmuting things just like that. And so it's so hilarious that you said that you were just having a moment where a slight uncertainty and you had just wiped your tears from your face and you joined the live. You couldn't even tell. But at the same time, guess what? I had just did the same thing.
No, that was
Literally.
really boo-hoo. And I'm
No,
okay
in
with
real life.
a
They
release.
Neil pulled me in. And I was like,
Neil,
but
Neil, yeah, he did the same for me. He pulled me. He was like, "Hope, here you go." I said, "Oh, okay, hi, hey."
exactly. But this, I had just was trying to go live, and I hadn't been consistent. So Spirit been telling me I have to stay consistent. I have when you have people that want to hear you and get in your, you got to be ready for that. But you got to be consistent.
Yeah,
So like tonight, I went live for 2 hours. It was 5 people max on there, and I done had a time where I had a lot of people. But Spirit was like, we give you an overflow, an inflection, but then you drop the ball, and that can happen because I used to battle with imposter syndrome.
we all do. It shows up.
It
I,
does.
I just did a TEDx talk, and I
And let
had
me tell
to.
you this, because you got I'm getting goosebumps because I literally just set intentions to allow myself to get into my speaker energy because I'm a speaker at heart. I love to speak. I love to talk. I have a podcast, but there's nothing like you just a TEDx talk. There's nothing like that. And so I wrote it down. And I said I want to, but I'm a comedic motivational speaker. I give my lessons through laughter and help people to retain the information with humor.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I really want to get into speaking. God, send me somebody that can assist me or show me or guide me or that is possible for it to be in my vortex.
And that's
So I'm so grateful. And utilizing the practice of laughter yoga has assisted me in times of uncertainty to remember to laugh and relax and trust the process. Because when things are not going how you feel, they're going better than you thought they was supposed to be.
exactly. And two things. Cool Aaron on my side said authenticity ignites inspiration. I am Frey, who's a hopeful. She shows up to all of my lives, said she's also dealt with imposter syndrome and she feels this connection is amazing. And you have true wisdom. That's what Cool Aaron also said. Um,
I should have had you pull me in on your side. Your people was giving conversation. My
yeah,
people, also
yeah.
my hilarious
Listen,
family,
the
most definitely don't ever
hopefuls.
think I don't.
Listen, the hopefuls, because as a speaker, this was it. I my TEDx talk is in my link in bio. I'm going to send it to you because when I chose to speak professionally, I thought, okay, I'm a speaker. I will be the combination of Les Brown, Tony Robbins in my package. It's not. It's me. Like you, I do it through storytelling. I was a flight attendant for 15 years. I've seen the world thousands of times. I've lived abroad, and that's how I craft my stories. I don't really write them down. I know how to arrange them. My TEDx talk, I went up there barefoot and just gave my word. It was my way. And I'm still learning that. And there's an element of that where that it's not resistance, it's not pushback, but it is maybe a small spirit of not full alignment of, but it's done this way. I know, but I do it this way.
Can I throw a word out there?
Absolutely.
Acceptance.
You know what? I just talked about this on my live 2 days ago because acceptance and tolerance. And a young woman said, well, you shouldn't be with someone if you can't tolerate. I said, wait a minute, honey, we're not going to be in a relationship if it's tolerance. The definition of tolerance is to allow something that you normally wouldn't. Acceptance is something that's welcomed, is something that you bring in because you want it. Tolerance is, I don't like this, but I'll just allow it to be there. And that word acceptance, because even in the speaker space, I am like Dennis Rodman.
Period. I love to hear that. And
What's
when
up,
I first
Aaron?
got on my journey, I always wanted to be a speaker. I actually wanted to be a one woman show. I'm very much a one
You
woman show.
already are.
Iyanla Van
Yeah, Yanla Van Zant.
yes, and Lisa Nichols.
Yes, she's amazing.
Listen, honey, I used to put on my headphones and I would act like it was an audience of people right there in front of me and I would speak.
Yeah.
My Mercury is in Leo. I love to talk. I have the gift of gab. So
Okay.
I'm grateful for it. And so just being like right now I got goosebumps because what I'm learning to accept is my greatness.
That's what I talk about all the time. You got to accept your greatness.
Because I am extremely dope. I
Yeah,
am the
I love
dopest
it.
smoke somebody ever smoked.
Look at your ring. I'm looking at your ring. And then look at
Okay, yes, I make these.
Okay, well, you got to have that protection.
You got to take
Yes, I
it's,
am
it's
faith.
it's on my waist beads. Protect my womb, protect my sacred space, protect my thank you for 1,000 lives. Thank you, Becca. Love and laughter. That's my East Coast family in the building right there.
Okay,
And
okay, okay.
I'm so
Yeah.
grateful.
I'm
And
getting a lot of
so
yeses on my side.
yes, and laughter yoga has assisted me to accept that it's beautiful to be present and joy. And being present and joy doesn't mean that it's about he ha ha all the time. It's about accepting challenges, but still having a positive perspective. Because when you remain when it enjoy, like my mantra, one of my hilarious mantras is I'm joyful, not a joke. So you don't take your healing for granted, or you don't ignore things. You acknowledge and you laugh according to what it is you need to do. Do I need to release, relax, receive, believe, have fun with faith? So you acknowledge and laugh according to what it is you need to do to assist you on your journey. I'm the way I'm talking right now. You have very strong energy.
I
I
do.
normally be extra fast, but I'm feeling like I can just be more to slow down.
Yeah.
Even the live I just did, we was on it for 2 hours and they was like had so much fun and I didn't feel like I needed to perform and like dang near shuck and jive and entertain. I just had to just be myself
Yeah.
because the universe is telling me that my authenticity is going to gravitate the right people towards me to receive what it is that I am wanting to give.
Yeah.
Because you can't give unauthentic realness. Because that people be trying to give unauthentic realness.
Yeah, but it for someone like me and you, well, let me speak for myself. I can feel it and see it and when it's not authentic. However, I also have compassion for that because there is a space of that fear of showing yourself completely. What happened?
No. One of my hilarious family members, because I just got done going live, and she said, "I thought you were going to rest your eyes."
That's what my granny would
And that's
say.
why I laughed as soon as I seen her. I was like, "Girl, I know." But
Yeah.
I'm so grateful for this opportunity to be able to be present in your life and be present in your journey and everything. Because like today, I just felt something so powerful about you, something so magnetic within your energy. Because I've literally been telling myself that it's okay to be more in rest and digest. Far as even your parasympathetic nervous system calming down your
Yeah.
nervous system. So being able to laugh and relax and know that, people will still gravitate towards me if I'm not like knucking and bucking.
Yeah, and that was even for my live today because really I had set up my whole I have another microphone here. I said I'm going to go live and film a podcast and and something I said, you know what? I'm not forcing. What I'm learning is when I have to force, it's not it. When I have to say, okay, I don't have to do anything. I like to do this. I'm looking forward to doing this. But when I'm in a space of, okay, that's when I say, go sit down, go outside for a walk, go
Mm-hmm.
do some deep breathing, go have some water, go journal, just step away because then it's not just flowing.
Mm-hmm. It works so much. I feel like, I like to be in spaces and places where I can grow, flow, and glow.
Yeah, I
If
love
I can't be in that alignment, if I can't, grow, I can't flow, I can't glow. And it's a order. Is it seem like it's moving?
what's moving.
I thought it was doing something like glitchy for a moment. Okay, it's back. Maybe I was
That's
just tripping. But
spirit
like
is
being
telling
able
me
to be
that
present in
confirmation.
a softer energy. Cause nothing against my healing or how I was brought up or myself, but just allowing myself to shift my mindset and really just calm my nervous system down.
Yeah,
Because I talk fast, I love it. I have no problem with it. But I'm a multifaceted being. I don't have to always stay in that energy because it doesn't give my body a chance to just really relax.
yeah, I get you.
And you give like when before I got to this space, it would irritate me because it's like, how does she have all this time to just be so relaxed or talk in a like, and people, like I used to be like, hurry up, say what you got to say, let's keep going, let's move. And
I know how
even
that
with
is.
my son, I had
Yeah,
to calm down. I don't want him to think like he got to get a woman when he get older. That gotta always be like, come on, babe, let's move, let's go. And he,
yeah. And
falls
where are
under
you
her.
rushing to? I actually would ask myself, wait a minute, where am I go? Why do I need to rush?
So
I
that's when I laugh and then I relax and I calm myself down because at that time cortisol is flowing through your body.
exactly. You gotta
Even
lower
if you
that.
don't know it, you're stressing because your body doesn't know. Like, why are we rushing? Why are we trying to do
Yeah,
this? What are we
I
trying to do
don't
that for?
do that
And
rushing.
so when you begin to secrete all that cortisol, that causes inflammation, muscle
Yep,
tension, all kind of different
yep,
things. And consistent cortisol can decrease your serotonin levels. And
yep,
serotonin is your natural antidepressant and your mood regulator. So
yep.
I allow myself to induce laughter yoga. And that daily practice has just helped me to strengthen my mental immune system to be able to induce laughter when I need it and to use it as medicine. Because if you, like I was just talking about on my life, we have different types of immune systems. You got physical and you got mental.
Yeah,
So when you are in spaces where you feel triggered
yep,
or you feel like you're getting overwhelmed, I'm happy that I've been able to strengthen my mental immune system. Like, okay, let's calm down, let's laugh, we fight off that like infection or that what's coming on with the laughter because laughter is medicine and it helps you to access your internal pharmacy.
yeah.
Not my son on here talking about preach, sister. Why you ain't
Well,
in
you
bed, Day
are.
Day?
And one of my
My
followers,
son is 13 years old. He's supposed to be in bed getting ready for school. Prince,
he's
thank
so
you for liking the
cute.
live, but you got a basketball game I need you to be getting rested
He's
for,
13.
okay?
He can pop up and have all his energy. He at 13, you can do everything. What's up, Moni Love? Wait a minute. Today I was reflecting and I asked myself, is my desires leading me or is it doubt that's leading me? That's beautiful because we spoke about awareness. And as you're speaking about serotonin, I have no stress. Purposely flying I learned to manage that. And when my father had a stroke about 7, 8 years ago, that's where I said no, because stress never leads anywhere beneficial. And that awareness of, how am I feeling now? Am I feeling anxious? Do I need to rush? Is this person? Let me just do a body scan. Why am I feeling this way? Do I even need to question this? And when I got off the live with you, I forced myself, not forced, I started thinking about all these memories to make me laugh. My trifling sister had her daughter's birthday party, invited all these kids and said, you can only get one piece of pizza. And I was like, yeah, how you gonna have all these? These are 13-year-old kids. They gotta have like a few. It was hilarious. And I thought about another time when I met a tarot reader. I used to give people rides home. She was hitchhiking. I said, I'll give you a ride home. She said, I'll give you a free tarot reading. Go on to my website. I'll give you 50% off. She was charging $1,000 for a tarot reading. And I gave you a ride home. And then I saw you don't have a home. You live in a tent. So what? But all of this stuff, I was laughing. This is after we got off of our thing, because my life is funny. I can see humor in so many things. And my family, we laugh a lot. My mom and dad, I have four. I'm one of 5 girls. My father was a pastor. You know, the craziness in church. That was hilarious. I just appreciate being in that space with you, because I just started recalling these things that would make me laugh, because that's what I do. If I can make myself laugh, I laugh at myself all the time. And it's that reminder that we have agency to soothe. What's up, Moni Love?
Being able to laugh at yourself is very healing, because it means that you're able to not take yourself so serious all the time. And sometimes we take ourselves so serious that we feel like we let ourselves down. And it could be things that it could be our first time ever doing. So it's like, you don't have any real experience doing this yet. So what are you comparing yourself to something that you've never done before? Exactly. So I had to learn to laugh and relax and show myself ease and grace and keep a smile on my face, and know that I am applying, the tools that I have in this moment. And as I continue to gain more tools and more knowledge, I will do better next time if that's the case. I will, succeed if that's what I didn't do the first time. But being able to be like, ooh, you didn't do so well, but you can do better next time. Because it's about being able to have a light heart. Because even chronic stress can cause, inflammation within your heart. And if your blood vessels are getting hardened and you're not getting that proper blood flow to your heart, that's how you begin to get heart attacks. Yeah. So laughter is the best medicine, even for cardiovascular health, because we need to make sure that we're keeping our blood flowing, and even oxygenating your body is so important. Like, laughter is medicine. We've always been told, but we haven't really been taught how to use it as medicine, and how it can be, and how it is medicine. Like, what does it do? Like, how does it help you access your internal pharmacy? What is the real benefits that you can reap for it on the wellness level? Mm-hmm. So as a laugh specialist, because I call myself a laugh specialist, not just a laugh yogi, because I actually specialize in the healing purposes of laughter, scientifically, mentally, physically, and emotionally. And I do this. Like, I teach like corporate workshops. I'm so grateful. I've done workshops with just a number of different companies, and that is just a blessing for like stress relief, decompression, boosting like employee morale, because even, stress on the job, even the most blissful life can be stressful. You got a great job, you make a lot of money, but it can be a high stressful job. So you need to be able to maintain your low stress levels while you're at work. So I'm so grateful to be able to share laughter in spaces and places like that, because it is needed. And even in hospitals with cancer patients, I've been able to take laughter yoga there, because laughter helps to create antibodies to fight off infection. So I've been able to go on just a whole new adventure, just spreading laughter and helping people cultivate joy. But I had to first experience my own trials and tribulations and opportunities to utilize laughter yoga so that I can speak from a place of authenticity and knowing that it actually works. I'm not just saying, oh, apply laughter 3 times a day to keep stress at bay. No, it literally does.
Yeah.
So it's important that when we look at our life, the things that we had to endure, I changed my perspective. I look at it as opportunities for me to utilize my own medicine so that when I am assisting someone with this medicine, they will know that it really does work. They will really know that, okay, it really, because I've seen her do it. I've heard her story and I feel where she's come from and it's so relatable.
Yeah, and even just you are the workings of your work. So people just, once they're around you, they see that it works. And I love to laugh. I don't want to be around you if your mouth is stuck out and you want to complain. I'm comfortable with myself. I share that. I didn't say by myself. I'm with myself. I'm with me, and that ability to reflect and laugh and let go and release and check in, all of those. It's a constant learning. It's a constant skill that I'm constantly adding to. However, yeah, I can't be rushed. I can't be rushed. And when I was flying, it was a lot of movement. If I was home, I was getting ready, I was packing, I was, on a train or a bus and in the airport, on the plane, getting to the hotel. It was a lot of movement. So I appreciate not as much movement. And I move every day. I make it a point. I'm very active. But the beauty of just rest, mental rest, not physical rest, all sorts of rest.
And that's why she just got out when she came on the live. She said, I thought you were going to rest your eyes because I just got done talking about the importance of rest because I've been,
Thank you,
the
Mark.
past year, it's been full speed. And this is my first apartment in California. I was living in a shelter. I lived in cars. One night I had to just ride my bike all night because I didn't have nowhere to stay. And I just moved here October 1st.
Are
So
you
it's
in
just been
LA?
only a month of rest and relaxation. But I've been kind of feeling like, okay, now I'm in this space. It's bills now. So you got to get to work. But God been providing certain resources for me that I feel spirit is like, this is opportunity for you to just rest. Be present in your home. Go in your kitchen. Make you some juice. Be in your big closet. Just be in gratitude, but don't feel like you need to overexert and rush to get back into things where you just was literally in fight or flight for a whole year, basically.
Yeah, and still work that out of your system because, especially in the US, I lived outside the country, but within the US, that feeling of productivity is what you do. Don't worry about resting. You need to work. You need to pay this. Well, what about if someone just gifts me it? I mean, the thought of, in a spiritual sense, there's so many ways that it can come outside of my productivity. I could say, Melanin, I love what you did. Listen, here's 20 grand. Like, I just need to bless you. That happens. Someone could just say, you know what, let me put you on retainer for our corporations for the next 5 years. What is 250? Is that good? 250,000? Like, being aware that is
I've been asking this. My apartment where I live at was gifted to me. God provided this because I was in such fight or flight. Like I couldn't even,
sharing the love.
I couldn't plan for prosperity, even walking in purpose. And you have to have a plan for
Wait a minute,
prosperity to walk.
whoa, repeat that.
I couldn't even get to a plan for purpose hold on. See, it comes out.
Plan for prosperity, even though you were walking in purpose. Why not? Because I see it as one and the same. So please break this down. This is a
My
great one.
mind was all over the place because I was living in shelters,
Mhm,
hostels, hotels, riding bikes.
mhm.
And but what led me into those spaces sometimes was resistance to relaxing and receiving because like you said, I wasn't open to what if it didn't come from my productivity because this apartment didn't come from my productivity. It came because I entered into a shelter program for women, and then they find you housing, and then they assist you for your first 90 days. So all I had to do was learn to receive
Boom. You
and
just said it right
accept
there.
and
Learn to
accepted.
receive. Ex-
What I had to do was accept that I had to just receive, because I couldn't. It was in hand.
and feeling worthy of it. And I am Frey, one of my followers said, congratulations, that's such a blessing.
Thank you.
Everything that's happened.
And even when I got blessed with the shelter I was living in, and the beautiful part of California in Echo Park.
Oh,
And
Echo Park's beautiful. Yeah.
are you in California?
No, I'm from California. My dad's from LA, but I grew up in Central California. I grew up in Fresno. So
Okay.
half of my family is in LA, and I would spend holidays there, summers there, Christmas. I all of my father's family is still throughout LA.
So Echo Park is a really nice area.
Yeah.
And how I got into that shelter, I didn't want to go to a shelter because I kind of felt like ego. But because I was still working as a laugh coach, giving some of the best laugh changing information that I could give people, while doing it from a bathroom and Whole Foods, doing laugh coaching sessions. Like, I stayed in purpose, but I didn't. Every time I got money, I didn't plan properly. You know what I'm saying, for what I really wanted to do. I was only thinking small in a certain area. But God was like, because even the money that I was getting, I was supposed to invest that into like herbs, sea moss, things like that. I'm trying to pay apartment application fees. God was like, the place that I got for you is, you're not even gotta pay for it. Use
Yeah,
this.
that's LA.
Yeah, but I was making money, but I was applying it in the wrong spaces and places. So God was like, this is why I can't give you the bag right now, because you don't have the proper plan in place for prosperity. Yeah, you in purpose, but you don't have the proper plan in place, because you need to learn to be receptive. Because how I grew up was hardworking Black women doing what they had to do. We never been taught to like relax, receive, and wonder, what if it's not going to come from my productivity, but what if it can be gifted to me, or somebody see me putting in effort and they want to reward me for my efforts? We've never been taught that. So once I got into the shelter, I had to learn, because it was beautiful. I had my own room and everything. I loved it. And I had to learn to receive that and be in the energy of that and just be present. And then that's when things started just coming my way. I had a friend that gifted me with clothes, because I had lost all my clothes and stuff. She gifted me with everything. So like everything I even like have now is things that were all gifted to me. And the funds that I was getting from walking in purpose, I used them for putting into my health and my wellness, getting juices, staying hydrated, not just trying to keep applying at apartments and getting rejected because I didn't have the next month's rent. God was like, baby, these places is $1,600 and stuff in California. You got to think even bigger. Accept that you are meant for greater things. I can't even give you this small thing. It's not big enough. It's not going to bring you the joy that you deserve. You can't laugh your best life in these environments that you go in to try to reside within. You need to be somewhere conducive to your health, happiness, mentally and physically. So I had to accept that I was going down the wrong path, because I was doing the good thing, not the God thing. And then when I accepted that, I was able to receive what I needed to be in alignment with my assignment. And then I was able to properly plan for purpose, for prosperity, while walking in purpose.
I love this. I love this. And the beauty of acceptance, feeling worthy of acceptance, being open to how it comes, because that is something that I've seen within. I'm grateful for my parents, because I've seen a lot of these workings been done. When my my dad is similar to me. He would talk to everybody. He would take us with him and go talk to people. And hey, you need something to eat? Let's go to Denny's and sit. And we would just listen to people who, because someone's without a home, it doesn't mean they're without a life, a soul, a story. And he would. I witnessed all of these things. I witnessed one of the first buildings he got. The lady said, "This is yours. Just give me $1 a year." And it was dilapidated, and all of the people, whether it was the people on the corner showing up every day for their little job, or the people who were on the streets, they said, "We're going to go help this guy build this church. We're going to take off the roof." I saw all of that. I saw we were renting a home, and the next door neighbor came over to my parents' house, our house, and said, "I don't know why I'm knocking on your door, but God told me to give you, this house is yours." And my mom was like, "I don't want this house." My mom's a princess. "I want this house, some. She didn't just give it to my parents, but she made the offer extremely attractive and just said, something's telling me that this home is for you. I've seen these things. So I believe that it's not always from this thing called going to a job and getting this money that things come. Sometimes when you're open and when you're in that space, they come from places that are for you, but you won't expect.
Mm-hmm. And when you said that, I literally felt that in my heart chakra, because as joyful and bubbly as I am, I've always found that in fight or flight. So literally being able to be present in rest and digest, and because that's where the receiving come from. Mm-hmm. Like the joy that I found was peace in the chaos, which is something that's amazing. You should be able to always have that, but it was about also life doesn't always have to be chaotic.
But learning that, see, I always say I live a good life, regardless if someone sees it as good or not. It's good to me. I know what matters to me. But this experience isn't about. There is something to learn in a struggle, if you want to label it that. Sometimes it's not a struggle. Sometimes it's a lack of it's a lack of the lesson that I'm not learning. Mm-hmm. And hold on, because the dog is going crazy. But perspective. Perspective.
Listen.
Thank you. Abundance comes in expected and unexpected ways. Thank you.
Yes.
Cool, Aaron.
Perspective. So this has been my thing, because since I've been getting in my ease and grace and keeping a smile on my face and changing my perspective, I've been having to release with peace to protect my positive perspective, because I did not grow up in an environment, because it was conditioned. And I still see this when I go home and certain people. Yeah. So I have to avoid certain spaces and places that's not conducive to my joyful, peaceful vibration or my positive perspective, because it's not going to revert me back, but it's just somewhere that I don't want to be anymore, and I have that choice.
Yeah, absolutely.
And because perspective, how you view life is so important. So this is why I came up with, remember I was talking about the word laugh or stay. I came up with the word laugh or stay. And everything that I came up with has been the way that I've healed myself first to help heal other people. Because laugh or stay literally means to laugh and choose joy. And when you vibrate on that frequency of joy, you're able to have a positive perspective of life and the things that you are even enduring in life. Because sometimes it's not even a struggle. Like you said, it's a lesson that you won't learn that keeps you in that loop. But once you learn the lesson, you get out that loop, and then you can see, oh, that's where I was stuck. Or that's the lesson that I did not learn. And so as I'm doing laugh coaching and assisting people and telling my story and speaking, I'm able to reach people that are still stuck in lessons, in loops that they haven't learned yet.
Hmm.
because I've experienced it and my perspective is different, and it's vibrations and frequencies. It's not that you're better than anyone, it's just the vibration is a little bit higher because you've been able to allow yourself to come out that loop and learn that lesson. Because some
Hmm.
people just in loops, and it don't mean that you're not worthy of a better life, deserving of this much money. It doesn't mean that you don't deserve all of that or qualify for it. It's just your mindset.
Hmm. Mindset is
The
everything.
mindset is not allowing you to be, even when it comes to laughter. Some people have a mindset where they feel like what they're experiencing, they don't deserve to laugh because I tell my clients and things like this, you're not going through anything anymore. You're growing through something. So when
Exactly.
you're growing through something, that means you already change your perspective and you look at yourself like a flower, something that's blossoming. So you may have to push through concrete. You may not be in a garden, but you still are blossoming and you're growing through something. And it's you need to water yourself. And I water myself with laughter, joy, hugs, and things of that nature. And it helps me to stay healthy mentally, physically, and emotionally. Because you can have a beautiful flower that's growing and then it can just, right when it get ready to blossom, it just crumbles because a negative thought. Or because thoughts can just shift your whole entire perspective of how you viewing things. And it takes 19 positives to counteract one negative.
Yeah. Hmm.
So this is why I really reinforce like affirmations. You know how they have affirmations, I have affirmations.
Yeah.
Because you're affirming laughter and joy into your life. And this was all throughout my whole year of a tower moment. You familiar with that word tower moment?
Yeah. Like the Tower Tarot card.
Exactly. And I was experiencing one, but now my perspective of tower moments is a divine construction site, divine intervention from spirit to assist you to rebuild something that's even better. Because the space and place and the environment that you were in was not conducive to the foundation that you need to grow on.
Mm-hmm.
And when you accept that, you can receive what you need. So it's being joyful is not just, I tell people it's not he and ha. It does take work, but it's internal.
Yes. And one of my followers said she's she's not familiar with the Tower card. So Maureen 44, the Tower Tarot card typically means like, okay, so the Tower card has a tower and it has two people jumping out. And this is my interpretation of the card. So one person is jumping out like, what's going to happen? And there's another person like, okay, let's go and see what's happening. So it's being struck by lightning, and it's typically a life-changing moment. It could be anything. It's that transition moment. Sorry, there's a dog that is checking up on me because I'm always protected. So the animals, everybody checks up. Where's Hope? How's Hope? So that's what the Tower card means. If you're into tarot, or if you do a tarot reading, some people are frightened by, you're welcome, by a Tower card. I'm not. I just think, oh, okay, it's a redirection or it's a shift. It doesn't mean like everything is ending right now. No, oh, it's a shift. It's perspective. Are you going to get hit by that lightning rod and say everything's over? Or are you going to allow that lightning rod to say, okay, let me just jump out of this tower and I got it. Wings will grow and I will cruise down. So
Yep.
or what's your interpretation? I don't know if you
No,
read.
that's pretty much it. To me, is a divine intervention from spirit.
Yeah.
I had to learn to accept that because a lot of people have a perspective because it's pushed the narrative of
How
a time moment being something bad.
frightening.
Only because too it's also monetized very much, in a way. So we can't deny that. But
What's
um,
monetized? I didn't hear what you said.
oh my bad, my alarm clock went off. I don't know why it's set for right now, but monetizing like the tarot readings and the cards, and when people get those tarot moments, they feel more inclined to go back for another session, pull another card, see what's going on. So a lot of people utilize it as a means to keep people in a loop of fear a little bit versus having a perspective of this can be a divinely guided change. And to have a beginning, you have to have an ending.
That's true. Yeah.
And so that's where I wrote actually I call it a hilarious workbook, but it's called How to Laugh Through a Tower Moment. Because tower moments, it can come in relationships, it can come unfortunate deaths, it can come in jobs, it can even be the universe calling you out on your own SHIT. So however the tower moment enter into your life, are you able to still laugh through it? So this is why it's so important to educate yourself on what really is experiencing, because it's all also based individually on your certain circumstance, what's going on in your life. Yeah. Because I know every like new moon when I manifest something,
yeah,
I don't always experience a tower moment, but I experience divine intervention from spirit to assist me to make room to receive, and I have to accept that I just called this in. Exactly. Let me laugh and relax.
Yeah, you're calling in something new. So there may have to be an opening, a shift, a letting go. That's a part of it. Yeah, I completely understand that.
It is.
I like the laughing through things because I say I can always choose how I feel in that moment. So I remember when might have been late on rent, and it was like, that doesn't have to ruin my day. I can still actually feel gratitude for my health, feel gratitude from what I'm learning in this, feel gratitude. I can continue the day without feeling like I'm not worthy or deserving of feeling good because of that one thing.
Mm-hmm.
And often, I will often say within the US, because as I said, I've lived outside the US, and anywhere else in the world, it may be different. But because there is so much focus on money, and I'm not for or against that, it is what it is, and it's what it means to every individual person is what it means to every individual person. But the feeling of money or the lack of money taking away your worthiness as a human, like just creating this feeling of, I'm terrible, I'm not worthy, I'm a bad person, I'm not worthy of being loved, I shouldn't have fun, I shouldn't watch a movie. No. To me, it's an energy and it's a means of exchange. And I understand the value of it. I do. But your human existence isn't just that. It may be a part of it. And it is what it is for every individual person. But understand your joy is within you. It's truly your spirit, soul, whatever you like to label it.
Because I feel like you're rich in spirit first, like because people, you ever, I've met people, and I've came across this. Is how I know money is only a tool to create the life you deserve, and we are abundant beings, and it's our birthright. But I've had one time I had a lot of money, but I still was broken spirit. So you can be abundantly rich physically, but broken spirit. So it doesn't really help you. You still have no direction. You still don't have a plan in place for prosperity. You're still broken inside. And there's a lot of people are fascinated with, that celebrities that are abundantly broke. They are only physically rich, and that's kind of still poor to me, because your spirit is what you should acknowledge first. And like, even when I was experiencing transition in housing, because I was never homeless, I was houseless. It's a difference, because home is where your heart is. So when I didn't have an actual physical house, I felt like I was worthy, but I had to accept that, because it's been the conditioning like placed upon you. That's why you got to protect your perspective, because your perspective is a part of your peace. And how I was viewing my life, I still knew I was worthy. So this is why you don't tell your story to everybody. You don't share certain intimate things about you, because some people will, even their lack of positivity and their lack of having a positive perspective of their life they will try to project it upon you. Like, how dare you feel worthy and deserving and you have nothing? But
Yeah.
at the same time, you have everything because you are all. You are all. I am all that I am.
Mm, yeah. And even if that was said, I don't, I say this, if I see nothing, I say nothing. I am always abundant and blessed and in a state of worthiness. So your state does not affect me. And being able to recognize that is a powerful tool. It's also, I have compassion for it. I do understand that to see in someone what you would want to have within yourself can create a disconnect. And so
Mhm.
that's why I say I will always have compassion. It's not a state of this person X, Y, and Z. I seek to be compassionate. However, go over there because that doesn't that's not beneficial for you to try to bring a discomfort within me because of the discomfort within yourself.
But see, some people operate from a place of trauma, and when you have unhealed
Of
trauma
course.
and
Yep.
hurt, because everybody's not on the healing journey. So this is
Of
why I
course.
always make sure I stay laced with laughter, so I can be out here really laughing my best life, despite what anybody may try to project upon me. So this is why I'm so grateful. Like since I've activated my laughter stay and been present in my laughter and choosing joy, my bubble around me, it cannot be penetrated by people's petty shit.
Hmm.
Because you will have petty people out here trying to penetrate your peace.
Hmm.
So you just got to inhale, love, laugh, and release and
Yep.
let them know, I'm joyful, not a joke at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? I still can, you know what I'm saying? But then at the same time, I'd be like, do I need to lower my vibration or do I need to laugh away? Because you need to go heal because you hating, because you really honestly hurting. And unfortunately, I'm not going to project what you're pushing on me, but I will let you know that I see what you're doing and I see that it's some things in you that needs to heal because my joy is triggering your trauma. I've dealt with that
Yeah.
in real life.
Yeah. Yeah. And even that triggering, I was speaking to my niece about this. A trigger is a beautiful space of learning because she was explaining to me, well, they triggered me. I said, yeah, but that's not for them. When someone triggers you, that's the lesson. Whatever that they said, that's actually bringing out something in you that needs to be heard or hugged or seen or just paid attention to. The fact that, and it takes time. This is awareness. This would take time to say, oh, that's triggered from when my mom used to do X, Y, and Z. That takes time. But
Mhm.
understanding when you are triggered, it's actually not for the other person to know all the time. Again, if you're in relationship with someone, that's something else. I was speaking to her in the sense of if something triggers you, question it. Why was I triggered? What memory did that link back to? Where did I feel it in my body? How sit with that
Mhm.
instead of using it to not attack someone else, but blame someone because they're only triggering something that's within you that wants to be seen. And it does take time to get to that point, but I'm going to tell you. Now, you could take your whole life. She's 23, so
Oh yeah,
she's,
she got
she
some.
has a year. I mean, yeah, you in your 20, I mean,
Mhm. And
yeah.
but that's great that she has somebody telling her things like that at a young age. I never on the I who I needed my whole life has been me,
Mm.
and I realized that I am the chosen one in my whole entire family. I'm the is the matriarch, patriarch, one matriarch.
Matriarch is mom, patriarch is a man.
Okay, so I'm the matriarch. I'm my family. Like far as the glue, I'm the big mama, that the auntie. Because my nieces and my nephews and my cousins that's under me, they look up to me because the advice that we get, like things like that. Like you still got people telling children or adolescents when they're triggered that that other person just hating, that's just them. It's not, it's not you and things like that. But that's why, like, when I say in my practice, build up your joy muscle, which is your brain. So when you are triggered, you can respond versus react. Because when you respond, that means that you can accept that, okay, I am triggered. that, and you can receive the lesson.
Mm-hmm.
Because acceptance and receiving is two things that a lot of people don't like to accept or receive. And that's true. Yes, I do offer Zoom classes, and most definitely you can sign up. The link is in the bio. I look forward to laughing with you soon and providing some giggles and guidance, because it's so important that we learn how to strengthen our mental immune system. We don't even think about our mental immune system, because this is how you can be so easily triggered, because you have not been given proper skills to implement,
Yes.
to put in place when you experience um a trigger, because it triggers a trauma within you. So I've had to learn to not allow my trauma to lead me, and to allow it uh to feel as if somebody is intentionally doing something to me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because I used to be very rigid, hard, angry, combative. I've been in jail so many times. But now that I'm where I'm at now, I realize that it was all really lessons that I did not want to learn. I wasn't willing to accept it, to receive the lesson. So it was coming. It used to be every 7 years, and then it was like every 7 months, and then it was every 7 weeks, it got so back to back. But as I got closer to 28, my Saturn return, literally 10 years ago is when I got on my journey, going through my Saturn return. And that's when I started to realize it was like deja vu, but it would get worse and harder every single time. So now, post activation of my laugh to stay, choosing to laugh, and laughing and choosing joy, because you're not even taught to laugh in grief and in experiences like you say, for example, rent being due. That's some serious stuff. You got to go out there physically. You got to hump and bump and jump. You never know. You don't leave room for miracles. When you don't leave room for miracles, you feel you don't really operate in a place of faith.
Yeah, and you said it, operating in faith. Brianna said, nervous system becomes regulated the more you accept and learn the lessons behind triggers. And also, this is now it can be and it cannot be. I always say this is my truth. It's not the truth. It is a truth that exists in a universe of truths. Some of this does come with age. Some of this does come when you have the cool auntie. Some of this does come from lessons. I do a lot of it. Sometimes it comes from age, sometimes it doesn't. We all find these things out in our own time. And I'm also in a space where, unless someone asks me, I don't need to educate anyone. And I do truly believe people find things out in their own times. People are tough. We've gone through life, we've experienced some things, and we all experience things at different times. But for me to always believe that I need to tell them or they should have known, I never say should. I don't know what people should know. I know my experience, but that doesn't mean anything. My experience is just that, mine. I can't expect someone to know something because of their age. And I don't place it upon myself unless it's someone I love or they come to me to say, I need to tell you how you act. I don't. I don't.
Yep, because it's not even your place. And then sometimes people be so stuck in their ways, just like waking a sleeping dog.
And I'm
And they
okay
be
with
angry.
that.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Yep. You have to just, I let people live their life, because like you said, everything is based off experiences.
Yeah.
And you don't know what people have dealt with. Even like childhood trauma manifests into adult,
Yes.
teenage trauma, adolescent. It just goes on. And so if you don't ever really allow yourself to heal it, it's like a garden. Like sometimes you cut the grass, it grows back. It's seasonal too. It can happen anytime. So being able to literally learn how to laugh and relax had helped me to accept and receive, and learning how the different methods to laughter, even laughing open your chakras. Like when I had to release fear, that's the guap, that's the belly laugh, because it's in your solar plexus chakra. So when you do and you using that and you stacking it other holistic healing modalities like mudras, like this is called Sepana. This is a really great way to release.
Mm-hmm.
It's an elimination. So when you're laughing and you're using mudras and you're releasing, because laughter yoga is breath work. So your breath is your life. So you can control your breathing. You can never control how you live your life. So I had to really learn, allow myself to accept that this is a journey that I am growing on. Because you can't deny your path. You cannot deny your calling. It will keep calling.
Exactly.
And I had to, yeah. So, and I had to be okay with receiving all that came along with my journey. And that was even miracles. That was even hardships. That was even lessons I had to learn. And so I was just like, it's so beautiful because, but it's my perspective, because people would see what you're experiencing and then they would, oh, I couldn't do that if that was me. And I'm like, it's not you.
Yeah, exactly. It's not you, and that's okay. Maureen 44 said counseling is very helpful. It is. I really enjoy therapy. Everything's therapy. Exercise, drinking water, going to the ocean, journaling. I have all sorts of different types of therapies. However, talk therapy with a professional has helped tremendously, especially just in practices to release. It's been extremely helpful. There's something that so we called each other in because you said you had an expression of tears. We both did, and I was being transparent with everyone on my live, because as a speaker, I only will speak about things that I've gone through. And also, I find that, especially in this generation, it's helpful for transparency, because there's been spaces where you don't hear people say, I did have self-doubt and I had to fight through it. And this is how, not even fight through it, I found methods to release it. I found where it was coming from. And even my expression of tears was more of what you said something, somewhat uncertainty, because giving in to surrendering, this is my profession. And I was sharing with my audience that this is really the first time that a transition like this has been this wave. Because I say, when I'm doing something, I'm going to do it. There is no, I'm going to try. No, I'm going to do it. I am relentless when I want something. But too much, what is it? Too much, to whom much is given, much is expected. Is that? I'm learning that. Even on the TED stage, going back and forth with, should I write and do the typical and all of this? No, I don't want to do that. And I had to call one of my speaking mentors, and they said, Hope, you could write whatever you want and submit it to them and go up on stage and say what you want. You know your voice, you know how you speak, and they invited you because of how you speak. So it's up to you. Why are you doing this? And growing in a beautiful sense, because I'll be 40 in a little over 2 weeks, of the beauty of maturity and life, and saying, I got what it takes, and I know this is what it takes, but I will do what it takes.
Mm-hmm.
And that may be, you may say that, I mean, for me, what it takes, boy, I'm learning. But it's that beauty of like, yeah, I can cry and say, okay, I'm going on and I'm okay. And I spoke out, and the universe brought me exactly what I needed.
Always.
It was telling me,
Always. And that's so beautiful. That's the part about being authentic, because the universe responds to your vibration, not just to like what you're saying, but like your vibration, your acceptance. Then when you accept, you're able to receive what it is that you need. So that's just so beautiful, because like literally I was in the space of just like not feeling as if it was accepting. It was acceptance, and then I got what I needed. I received it, like when I got into the live, and then now we here right now, because I'm literally preparing myself to be more in utilizing my gifts as a speaker. That's just something That's so divine. And I'm literally communicating with somebody on LinkedIn as well, because I have a LinkedIn account.
Yeah.
And I've been communicating with somebody back in my hometown. They're about to have, I wish I could have been there. Actually, it was today. They had a LinkedIn training class that they're preparing people for talks and things like that.
Okay.
So I wanted to sign up, but I wasn't going to make it. I thought it was going to be virtual, but it was in person. But I was like, I'm willing to allow myself to be more open and receptive to receiving the assistance that I need to be successful on my journey in areas that I haven't been in yet, but I already see myself doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's what I was also expressing. This is a new space. In the speaker space. This is new. Now, have you been in Toastmasters? Toastmasters clubs? I'll send you a link. It's like a public speaking organization, and a lot of speakers go through it. It's free. You just go and
I don't know any speakers. You're the first one, honestly.
Okay. Well, through that, I know speakers, and in that organization, I know a few people. But after TED and other things going on, this is a new space. And yes, I am Faye says she loves Toastmasters. Also, I do speak differently. I have a lot of energy, but I'm not like cookie cutter speaker. As I said, I went on the stage barefoot. I have to ground myself. The messages come from me traveling. It's different. It's not that you need to do A, B, and C, and here's the conclusion. I like to speak the way I was spoken to somewhat, or how I would have spoken to my younger self, almost in riddles. It's almost like I'm rapping, but I'm not, but you're drawn in. It's new. And the new part, I'm always okay with that, because you got to start something if you want it. I believe it's just, there's a huge energy shift right now. Even this morning, after I meditated, I felt this shift, and I said it out loud, like, ooh.
No, we are actually in an astrological shift right now. You know, I don't know how much you are like into astrology, but we just an eclipse. So we just had
eclipse season. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was clipping dead ends like a barber. So a lot of things had to go so we can grow, so we can flow where we need to really be. So I was like, Ashe, I accept and I receive.
Yeah.
And I have been in a space of allowing things to happen.
Yeah. Oh,
that needed to happen. So cause I was right before this.
Yeah.
I'm a stand-up comedian too. So and it happened so fast. I started doing comedy when I moved into my shelter, and I did Hollywood Improv. I did, Comedy Chateau, Sunset Rooftop. I mean, it was amazing because I'm hilarious. I'm very much hilarious.
I could tell from our live earlier.
Okay, thank you. And so like I had to, but as I got into that, Spirit was like, not yet.
Yeah.
Because even branding, like it takes, I don't do things half-assed. I like to go balls deep. So I was like, being a comedian, I want to have my headshots, my brand, and my logo and everything, just like I got for Holistically Hilarious.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I don't want to just halfway do it, and I want to make sure I'm making a proper name for myself. Because I could still be doing stand up right now, but if I would have been choosing to stand up, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now, because I would be in a different lane, different people, different energy, different spaces. I would be at a show right now. It's Wednesday night. I would be at Sunset Rooftop right now. But God and Spirit was like, I had to decrease your passion for that so you can reignite something different, something that because I've been doing laughter yoga. I've been a laugh coach. But my goal is to really bring it to the world into a capacity that I'm like the fool in the tarot deck, honestly. So my goal is to bring joy to people in times of mourning and celebration. So I'm the trickster. I'm able to.
But isn't the fool the first card?
Mm-hmm. I'm a number one. I'm a leader.
Okay, so does that also mean you're on the start of the journey?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
No, the trickster, the fool of the tarot deck is somebody that is able to create something out of nothing. They bring up the joy. They're they're very magical, very childlike, very friendly. They're needed in spaces that people don't even like. The king would have a joker or a trickster with him all the time to make him laugh, to keep him smiling. Like the village appreciates the trickster because it keeps the king happy. Less people is off with their head when the king is happy. If the king is having a bad day, bring in the trickster, bring in the jokester. You know, so it's like that's my energy, and that's where I'm at, and that's where I'm at. And I'm a number one, like my birth number 19, number one. So I'm a one energy. So I'm pioneering the lane of laughter, and I've done different things with it. Like I did the Laughter Olympics. I was the first Black woman and the only one representing the U.S. If I would have stayed in like comedy and stuff, I wouldn't have done these new things that I've never done before, or not even be able to bring it to the melanated, to the community. Not even that it's just a color thing, but being able to pioneer things as a melanated woman, to be the first to do things. Mm. So, cause I was like, I was just doing so well in comedy. I'm amazing. I'm getting the accolades. It's growing, and it was happening so fast. Mm-hmm. I mean, I had a whole schedule for March, April, and May just doing stand up. But the passion started to decrease, and then it started to get filled again with laughter yoga and laughter therapy and doing things like this. So I was like, I see how you have to allow things to end for new things to begin, even though it's like, because this eclipse is picking up from 2021 November, honestly. Okay. So when people were adding 2021 in November, mm-hmm. it's bringing it full circle. And in 2021 November, I had did my first corporate workshop, and it was with LinkedIn. Mm. And they didn't pay me no money. Mm-hmm. They said they don't pay for that. But come to find out, I just didn't present it correctly, honestly, because companies are paying me now to do it. I was like, I'm not going to be doing workshops for 45 minutes and not get no money. Mm-hmm. But 2021, that's where I was pushing to do laughter, yoga, being the laughing goddess, the laugh of stay, putting everything out there that I've created. Because I was putting it all on pause. So this eclipse season, you had to trust the process. You had to just stay in your giggle. You had to stay in your chuckle to know that things were happening for you, not to you, and not against you, but to assist you.
And that is beautiful. I'm still learning this surrender. As you talked about the Fool card in the mornings, I'll pull a card like, what is today? Tell me about today. Yesterday was the Wheel of Fortune. So there's things that... it's been nothing but major arcana, which is interesting. I am open to receiving and surrendering and still learning what that means. Because that is what it is. I don't even need to label it.
My mantra is, what I like to say is, I am open and receptive to receiving the treasures that I need to assist me on my life's journey.
Stay in my chuckle. Someone on my side said they like that. Stay in my chuckle. Good morning, Blessed Toad. Yeah, absolutely.
You gotta you gotta stay. When I say stay in your chuckle, that's also saying stay in your heart space, because the chuckle corresponds with your heart chakra. So stay in your heart, and just know that everything is working out for the greater good of your well-being. Everything is always happening for you. It's like I'm not perfect. No. But I know that I have tools to realign, to shift my mind, to shift my energy, to keep me in a perspective. But you have also the duality of wanting to stay like, no, I don't get this shit. Let me be right here for a moment. Then the other part is like, you don't got to get this shit.
Exactly.
But to be in this for the moment. Because sometimes when you sit in shit too long, you start smelling like it. Mm. And you don't want to start smelling like it. So that's why I acknowledge and release, because you have things called ANT, automatic negative thoughts. And when I came up with this, ALR, acknowledge, laugh, and release, I had no idea about ANTs. But this is how I know I'm in my purpose, because it literally counteracts automatic negative thoughts. And all of us get them, the automatic negative thoughts, they come. So I was telling people like ALR, acknowledge, laugh, and release. And set your mental healthy boundaries to protect your peace, not from other people, but from yourself. Mm-hmm. So, laugh and release the thoughts that cross your mind that's not going to assist you to help you continue to feel fine. You don't have to entertain everything that goes on in here. You need to be able to use discernment. So I acknowledge, I laugh and release every day. And I pull a card too, but I don't utilize an actual like tarot deck. I had I came up with my own game. It's called Laugh and Stay Out Loud. It's my hilarious version of charades. And I just got done doing it on my live, but I do like joyful, intuitive conversations. But it's a card game, charades, where you got to act out the word that's on the card while laughing. But I've been able to pull cards to see where I need to cultivate more joy. What do I need to laugh and relax? Like spirit led me here to start doing this. And I've been doing like joyful, intuitive conversations. I don't call them reading, but conversations with people. And the one that I keep pulling recently since like Sunday it's on the bottom right now. It says working out. Now, if you're using it as a game, you would act out the word working out, like in charades. You would be like, you start doing working out poses, something like that. But in a joyful, intuitive conversation, it means everything is working out. Always for the greater good of your well-being. Even if you don't see it, know that it's still working out. So this helped me to laugh and help me to relax. And then it's hilarious because like right underneath it is relief. You know, it's a sense of relief when you can know that everything is working out for the greater good of your
Are
well-being.
we doing this in real time, or are these cards
No,
have?
I know this is in real time. This is just in real time.
Okay, I
It's
love
like,
it. I
because
love it.
I looked at it and I was like, well, she said it about the cars because you just don't, I respect people's, space and things. I don't just bring up cards
Oh, I
and
love
tarot.
cards. I love
You never,
cards. I love it all. I
Okay,
love
excellent. So I was like, I wonder would you be, like interested in hearing this? I said,
Yeah.
everything is working out. So I was like, whoo. So the relief card, you would laugh like, whoo. What a relief.
Yeah, what a
Woo,
relief.
everything is working out. So
Okay.
it brings me a sense of ease and grace because like even the next card, it says teasing. I don't want to keep teasing myself with the life that I know I could live when I can just live it. I can't just be it. I don't need to tease myself with anything. It's even like even with me wanting to be a speaker, don't keep teasing myself saying, do you want to do it? Do you want to do it? Then do it.
Exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, because it's all working out. Whew, what a relief. So I just like I just love how everything always just come together like butt cheeks. And everything is just amazing. And this is literally my game it's a game. It's bringing people together one laugh at a time. That's my slogan for it. Bringing people together one laugh at a time. And I have so many families that play it. I play it for like team building skills and workshops and things like that. But the spirit was like, this is deeper than what you think. Pull a card one day. And I pulled it and I said, let me sit with it. And I was like, wow, it's a real message in here. So yeah, so this is for us and whoever else needed it. If it don't apply, let it fly. But everything is working out. So you have a sense of relief that everything is okay, and don't tease yourself. Treat yourself. Oh, thank you for the world. Somebody just sent me all around the world. Thank you. I don't want to mess your name up, but you're important and you're amazing. Because we're going all around the world. We've already been around the world. I haven't stamped my passport yet. I've only been four states in the United States. I just started my journey. So it is kind of like the beginning of me traveling.
Yeah, and it's interesting that
Lorena. Thank you, Lorena.
I am really attractive in the sense that I attract exactly what I need immediately. And I'm in the US right, well, I've been in the US, but when I was in Hawaii, the island of Maui is a very magical place, meaning whatever you think, you have to train your thoughts because it will immediately show up within like minutes. And you saying, I'm just starting my traveling journey, speaking to me who I've been to, I've done all of that. There's a really, I'm just grateful that not only am I open, this is showing that everything is working out. The fact that we were attracted to each other, because when I heard you talking, I was like, she is really witty and funny because I think people are lame, whack, and boring. So for me to hear you speak about these things and you were just going off, I was like, look at her and her wordplay. That's why I immediately like, I gotta follow this girl. Let me go into her live. I loved everything about you.
Thank
So this
you.
is also confirmation for me as well. You were exactly what I needed. And I'll have to thank Neil because Neil brought us together, I guess.
Yep, Neil, and that's what I said. I said thank you to Neil because I had literally just went live, but my heart was going. My intuition, when it's a no, it's in my heart, and I was like, no, don't go live. I'm supposed to go live. I got to go live, once a day for an hour, and I ended up going live with the whole agency. And then I did a live myself, and then now I'm here, and it feels good to be in purpose and be of service, but not focusing on being perfect. Just showing up as you are, because God never said I needed to be perfect. I just needed to be of service in your purpose, and then I'll take it from there. You know what I'm saying? So that's when you got to just know everything is working out. You got to laugh and relax and feel that sense of relief. Thank you for the live and liking it and sharing it. I give thanks.
Positive transition. I'm not going to read that because my words are too powerful. However, I believe things will work out for you. Go ahead.
No, yeah, because we have to really allow ourselves to entertain that. I listen to Reverend Ike too a lot. Reverend Ike is
I'm familiar.
amazing. And it's been you got to strengthen your mental immune system. We cannot be so easily triggered by the things that go on out here in life, or you be every which way blowing this way, and you won't be rooted in realness and trillness and knowing that you can shift your reality by even just inducing a chuckle. Because your mind will be like, we're laughing because you like, I'm fine. It's everything is working out. You know what I'm saying? Everything is always working out. So give yourself the opportunity to feel the relief that spirit is working for you, and you don't have to always be productive physically. It can be mentally. Being a magnet to attract what you want into your life is important, because what you seek is seeking you. You just got to be in alignment to receive. If you vibrating too low, it's gonna be like, where you go? You know what I'm saying? Because if everything is vibrations and frequencies, you need to vibrate on the frequency of what it is you want to receive into your life. So that's also helped me to maintain my laugh and stay. Because like I said, laugh and stay is laughing and choosing joy, but also it's an emotional state of being. Mm-hmm. Once I activated my laugh and stay, I hold myself accountable for maintaining it. Mm-hmm. And like I said, I'm joyful, not a joke. I honor my emotions. I let my tears cry. I let my tears fall. I cry, but I cry relief. It may be a moment of grief, but I don't allow myself to sit in it longer than I need to. Just experience that, to be like, okay, I honor it, but I release it. Let me get into the energy of coming up with a solution. How can maybe I don't even need to try to fix it. Maybe I just need to release it and let it go. Laugh that shit go. Because I'm not about to be stressed, and stress less, laugh more. That's the lifestyle.
Yeah, no stress. No.
But see, I look at because even planning a wedding, planning a trip, and all of those can be stressful, but it's blissfully stressful because you got, I believe it's called SU stress. It's actual good stress that your body feel roller coaster rides when you need the momentum and the energy to get things done. And you're in a race, you are a motorcyclist or something like that. You're going to feel like adrenaline, but you need to be able to have an outlet for it. So if you don't have an outlet for it and it just sits in your body and it builds up, that's bad. So you need to make sure that you're just not unnecessarily causing stress, because life is seasoned enough with stress, and it's not like it's causing you to worry or feel overwhelmed, but it's giving you the opportunity to have an outlet. So laughter, I don't look at it as a coping mechanism, because sometimes just coping keep you complacent and experiencing the same thing over and over again. But I like to be able to reduce and possibly eliminate, because sometimes we over a negative thought. What do you release that? Let that go. You know what I'm saying? Because even going on a spiritual awakening, having a spiritual awakening can be kind of stressful. Realizing that you're the chosen one can be kind of stressful. Breaking generational traumas can be kind of stressful. Running a business can be kind of stressful, but it's blissful. I look at it oh, I'm the chosen one. I must be special. You know what I'm saying? I'm able to run a business. I must be a boss. So I had to really go within and just G-check myself, stay in tune with my star player, and access my internal pharmacy as needed to pull what I need. Do I need my endorphins to ease the pain? Do I need dopamine to validate myself and reward myself? Do I need oxytocin to love on myself? Do I need serotonin to regulate my mood and to uplift myself? What do I need to pull from? How do I need to laugh today? How do I need to induce these chuckles? Do I need a guac? Do I need a belly laugh, a hee, a ha, ha, or a ho, ho? But whatever it is, I know I need to laugh and let it go so I can flow and then end up, shining and glowing. It's just, it's a laugh and stay has become a way of life for me.
Yeah.
And I'm just, I give, honor to God and God within me for being able to be present in the joy that's being presented to you all the time. Because people want to say, I got to find joy. Baby, joy is always here. You just got to be able to receive it, accept it and receive it. Accept that that's happening, but it's still joy within that. So that's why, my company is holistically hilarious. And it was not always like this. And I'm just grateful for just accepting that I needed to change my name after getting the domain and the LLC and all of that.
Yeah. And
And
even
because it was, in the beginning, it was like, no, I wanted to be, you just have to really accept that you don't always know everything, but
yeah,
receive it. Because acceptance is so powerful to receive what you really need.
yeah. Acceptance to receive what you really need. Yeah. And I often say, I jokingly say, because of my family, which I love, but I have a lot of interesting characters within my family. But added on to that, being a flight attendant for 15 years, nothing can shake me. And I do observe how individuals easily let the smallest thing take all of their joy, their emotional regulation. Someone cuts you off in traffic, your whole week is ruined. No, the person didn't even know you were there. I often say just how someone reacts to traffic, you can understand how their internal state.
Woo!
Me
Say that.
personally, nothing. I'm not rushing if someone cuts me off. Oh, well, if someone, I'll get there when I get there. I prefer to get there safely. I know there's not anyone on the road who's personally saying hope is going to be at this stoplight at 12:42 and I can't wait to get there and rev my. I don't got nothing to do with me. The moment that I notice that it does, I can say, wait a minute, I can release that. But if you allow that to bring you out of your joy or out of your body or out of your ease, anything else in life can. Someone at the grocery store that takes the last box of crackers, someone being on the plane, I really had to choose what I wanted to respond to because there was going to be more from the moment I got into the airport to being on the plane to get into the hotel. I get to choose, and none of it matters. In fact, none of it matters.
It really doesn't, and that's why. Like I have a lot of my clients have had anger issues, and it's hilarious because the car road rage is like the first thing. So this is why like one of my laughing exercises is car horn laughter instead of like really hunking your horn at somebody that y'all both left the house late as hell and y'all was never gonna be on time.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So you just go turn on your music, your laughter music, and laugh and relax, and just know that you're gonna get there in divine timing. Prepare. That's why you always gotta strengthen your mental immune system and activate your laughter state before you leave your place of peace and get out into the world where everybody's not on a frequency. Because I ride a bike. I don't have a car yet.
Yeah,
So
I
I be
love a
seeing how
bike.
people, even on the sidewalks, be
Yeah.
just, I feel like, damn, the
Oh yeah,
sidewalks is
they
ain't
don't want
even
to get out
safe.
of the way. Yeah, I know. I love bikes.
Yes, and
Yeah.
it's just like, and then the grocery store. These are two major points because people don't really realize that shows your true colors. Like I remember one time a lady hit the back of my leg with her cart, but I looked back and she had a baby in her arm, a toddler in the front seat, and she looked like, oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
Like the
she was
old me
unaware.
would be like, get your motherfucking children. But the new me was like, I see you already stressed, honey. You was okay. I even helped her, gather herself together a little bit. And it made her just feel like, thank you so much. Like she probably hadn't had nobody just make her feel okay with how she's showing up in life. And I said, yeah, it's going to be, baby, you got two children that can't even get put down on the floor. They're going to be all over the store. And I'm going to have to help you go put them and get them together because that's just how I am. I'm a mom.
Yeah.
So it just, and I mean, they clipped the back of they got me. They got that little piece on the back of your ankle. So I
Yeah.
was kind of like, but then I immediately, when I turned around, I just felt not sympathy, but compassion.
Yeah.
And my joy muscle was already, what I'm saying, ready to flex and laugh because the children, she was just had a lot of stress going on. The last thing she needed with me was to project, what I'm saying, anything on her besides what she really needed was patience and some healing and some love in that moment. And
Yeah.
then we ended up seeing each other in different aisles and we laughing and I'm playing with her children and stuff like that. Because when it happened when I first got in the store, I said this is about to be some interaction throughout the whole shopping experience. Even I went out the door first, and she ended up coming out the door like 5 minutes later because I stayed in my car. I was sitting there and just reminiscing of what just happened. And she come out. She was parked 2 cars down from me. And then she started asking me like, what do you do? Do you do this? Cause you seem like you like somebody I need in my life. And I was like, maybe I do. So now she follows me on social media. That was like 2 years ago. But she ended up becoming a client. She follows me. She in my Patreon and all of that. But I just knew from when they clipped my ankles, it was an opportunity for me in that moment. I could have changed the whole trajectory in the timeline. But I chose to be present in my life to stay.
Yeah.
And I'm just so grateful for these opportunities to flex my joy muscle.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, flexing the joy muscle. I love all of this. I love all of this. You're reminding me of Patreon because that's something that I had started and then I had stepped away from. So I'm going to re-step into that tomorrow. This is just that beautiful reminder that, yeah, everything is working out. And I do say that even through the tears, I was saying everything is working out. Everything is. The thing is, it is always working out. There's nothing wrong you can do. The only wrong thing you can do is believe that it's not working out.
Part. And it would be a really great day for you to start your Patreon tomorrow. You know, it's Thursday. Ruler planet is Jupiter, the planet growth and expansion. Right now, we have Jupiter really close to the moon. So it's really great. It's an auspicious time to be alive and be of service in your purpose. Even though we know that, it's not all about the fiats, but we cannot deny that abundance is our birthright. And, being able to have a healthy relationship with what you need to be successful on your journey is important as well. So when I really healed my root chakra, I had to be, because I love my mom. I love my divine feminine parental. She birthed me, but she don't want to buy a house because she don't want a high light bill. But it's just lack. It's just not accepting certain things. But I want to buy a house. We can't talk about that because I don't know why you want to get a house. Light bill going to be high. It's since I was a little girl, it's always been a light bill. Don't turn the heat on. Keep the air a certain way. You know what I'm saying? But now I don't keep my lights on just recklessly. But I know if I keep a light on, it's okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
it's your light.
It's my light. You know what I'm saying? Even my internal light. I used to feel like, damn, let me turn my internal light off. Because my mom was she had a lot of trauma. And so, and because the lights is just even your internal light. So I'm just now rekindling it. And it's so lit. It's so bright that I have no intentions of dulling it, even turning it down for people. You got to put some shades on, baby, because this Leo energy is on fire. It's giving that girl on fire. And I'm just grateful. And I want to say this is not a coincidence. This is a divine spirit. But literally at the bottom of the deck, one more time, I promise you, it's rich. So start your Patreon tomorrow. Because not even just monetary wise, but spiritually, we're rich and we have a lot to give.
Yeah, and I know that because I always say I am rich. I am. It's me. It's my birthright. It's always been me. My parents said I'm the most expensive kid, and sure. However, yeah, that's why I probably didn't get around to the other thing because it's all working out. I was supposed to travel tomorrow. I can travel on Friday because how you were saying you were gifted with your new place of stay. Someone gifted me with concert tickets to Tony, and I love Tony from
oh my goodness.
as a kid. And actually, as I'm thinking about it, this is the reminder things always work out because this person is a cousin of a guy I was with when I was 18 or 19, who later transitioned from a drug overdose would have been 4 years ago. And I remember while he was still here, the cousin, when I was living in London, I lived in London, and he said, he called me. I was like, who is this? He said, you're the only one I could call. I'm stuck in this country. He was in Europe. Can you get me out of here? I know you're a flight attendant. I was like, because of your cousin, we go way back. I got you. You don't even have to. I got you. And people don't forget about that. But again, I'm grateful that I'm that person that they called because I've been that person in a few different situations where people got into some situations and you're able to help. I didn't know that it would come back around and when you give, because I remember on my live, someone was saying, well, I don't give because when I needed it, they didn't have it. I said, to me, that's not a part of giving. As soon as it leaves my hands, I don't say, I'm giving this to you if you only use it for this, or if you only use it. The point is to give. That's the blessing. That is the lesson for me. It's left my presence. I had the intention of giving without restraints or without expectations. She had said, like, I don't want to give if they do drugs. I don't know what people do. All I'm saying is, if someone is without a home, if they're asking for something, I don't say, take this, but only use it XYZ. The point is, once you give, you have no idea how it comes back. It will come back. I don't need to put the restraints or you do X, Y, and Z. So yeah, that I get to go to a concert just because somebody said, I got you. I always will. And that's a comforting thought, because at times I forget that I have people that you just forget.
No, you really do. You can't. I'm I'm realigning myself back with the energy of receiving, because just me walking in my purpose, I have received so much. That's all you, because your gifts will make provision for you, but you gotta use your gifts. You gotta be in your gifts. And your gifts and the provision that's being provided for you is not always just going to be somebody like booking a session or things like that. Somebody may just be like, you know what, I felt your message today. I want to just provide you with this. Like I've had that happen. Like, and it's always been so miraculous.
Yeah.
I always leave room for miracles, because I believe I'm a magnet for miracles. I'm a magnet for money. All my heart's desires flow to me like honey. And then I was like,
I love it.
Because I, as you can tell, I love to rhyme because it helps me stay in alignment so I can feel fine. No, but like it's something I had to accept. I had to accept that and receive that.
You're blessed, I am free. Yeah,
I had to just be okay with that. Like sometimes it annoys people. Because they call me like Dr. Seussiana. Because you know Dr. Seuss, I'm like Dr. Seussiana because I bring the hip hop to it. But it's like I like being able to be relatable to people and also to myself. Like you said, talk to your inner child, how something that they can understand. And that's how I like to deliver my message. So the person that my inner child needed is who I am right now.
Yeah.
I did some inner child healing yesterday with her in the mirror. And she was like, I just want to say thank you, but let's continue to show up even harder, because it's a lot that you had as a little girl that you had to dim your light because the environments that you were in. But now there's nothing holding you back. The only thing that's going to hold you back is if you decide to not do and just and try. You don't even need to try. You just need to do. So my inner child was like, let's do stuff.
Yeah.
And do fun stuff and be joyful. And I was like, okay. Because even being manifesting, sometimes you get so serious in manifesting that you forget that joy is a part of manifesting.
Exactly.
Laughter. Because laughter raises your vibration. So you can be down here all day working neck stiff as shit, and you need to look up and just laugh. Let me take a laugh break.
Go do something fun instead of you know what? Let me go treat myself, because that's proven to me. Everything's okay. Go treat yourself. Go have fun. Go move your body. I do check myself with that. When I feel I have to, I don't have to do anything but just be. Let me step away. Let me go outside and enjoy the sun and breathe in some clean, fresh air and be in my body and feel my body and feel grateful for the health of my body. Yeah, I completely see that and feel that. Woo, Lord, yes, y'all have truly blessed me today with these words, growing through fear. You are special and encouraging. We are having a lot of great feedback. And dancing is my thing. When I have time to check myself, I just dance and smile. Me too. I love to dance.
I would love to send you, I have a song. It's called Laugh or Stay. It's made out of all laughter.
Okay.
And just as something to like, because you like to laugh. You would love to listen to it like in the AM to help you just to like cultivate joy to start your day. This was a gift from the universe as well. Somebody made this for me. I didn't ask. They just said you need to have a laughing song.
Yeah.
This is how it sounds. Laugh to say.
Is that on your TikTok?
Huh?
Is that on your TikTok?
It's the link is in my bio. It's on the
Okay,
TikTok.
no, I looked at one of your TikToks and you were laughing a lot. I thought that was the track. Okay,
No,
never.
no. This is the actual song. It's on Spotify and everything. But like it's literally when I do my laughter yoga classes, like when we do the yoga nidra, when we integrate everything, I play this and we just listen, laugh, and relax. And cause this is gifts from spirit. This is like laugh and stay the song, laugh and stay the card game. I have an essential oil, laugh and stay. So this is how I know like my lane is laughter.
Yeah.
And I'm laughing my best life. I experience laugh changing transformations. I laugh shit go. I laugh and heal. I laugh and relax. I laugh and receive. I laugh and give. So and all my life I have been a hilarious individual, but everything that I pushed through to get here, it's hilarious. I just started smiling at 33 years old. I'm 30 great. I just started smiling because my teeth all my life. Like I even got gifted with teeth. Like these ain't my teeth. It's been a lot of things that was like gifted to me to continue to assist me. Because if I wouldn't have never started smiling through my like cricket smile, like J. Cole said, somebody would have been like, "Let me help you fix your teeth."
Yeah.
And I was like, "What?" And it was like, "Yeah, I know that. I noticed that you smiled or how you like." And I was just like, "What?" And at first I had to accept that they not call me out, but it was like, I see you can smile bigger and brighter and be more confident in your smile. So they had got me like a little flipper, a little thing. And I was just like, damn, that's crazy. Somebody blessed me with a set of teeth.
I mean, it adds to your smile and you laugh anyway. So the fact that you're
Yeah.
laughing, you're smiling, you're showing your joy, it's a part of it.
It just you gotta really walk in your purpose.
Yeah.
And this is the beginning of a new beginning. So how the universe is about to continue to bestow me, I'm just open to all. I said bestow me today. All me, shock me,
Yeah,
honey. I'm
shock
ready.
me. That's
Shock
right.
me, because my apartment, I love it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And it was picked out by the universe, by God. And I only seen it one time, and I said I want it, and then I got it. I already knew, and I started picking out furniture, and then my furniture was gifted to me. Like I didn't. My TikTok sent me the dishes that I have. They sent me my dish rack. They sent me. I have not paid for nothing.
Yeah.
And that was part of the just like you said in the beginning, it's not about your productivity of what you do physically, but about what you do mentally, allowing yourself to accept that you need to just receive.
Yeah, and your joy is your payment. It doesn't have to be an exchange of money. You're putting so much good into the universe that this is just a little trinket of return. And I love the cards. What are the notes in the essential oil?
Oh my goodness! In Stay, it has it's given citrus. It's like Skittles, but it's grounding because it has a tight slice of rose, not too much because it could be overpowering.
Love.
But it has some sweet orange, because there's different types of orange.
Yeah.
It has I never knew it was a soft vanilla.
Okay. I like vanilla. Yeah.
It's a soft vanilla. Then it has sweet almond oil.
Love it. Okay.
And then it just has I'm having a brain fart. It has jasmine.
Oh, love. That's a lot of love because jasmine is love too.
But it's like an equal amount, just enough. Like it's amazing. Like I love it. Like I'm just so grateful for everything because I have an apothecary, I have a game, I have a song. Because what I love to do is cultivate a whole vibe.
Yeah.
Like when people come into my space, it's a safe, sacred space for self care through silly time. Because we don't think about self care being silly time. We don't think about our inner child having a safe place to come out and just laugh and relax and laugh and heal and release inhibitions. Even as adults, we need to just laugh and relax sometimes, laugh some shit go. So we just come in to, psychologically blowing off some steam. So I set the tone with the aromatherapy. I get people the rollerball, utilize it. Inhale love, exhale laughter, and then we'll play the song, and then we play the game. Then I even came up with you remember red light, green light?
Yeah, of
I
course.
do a red laugh, green laugh. You know what I'm saying? Where it's a red laugh, you stop. Green laugh, you go. You know, I even musical chairs. I play musical chairs. So like my experiences that I cultivate, whether it be personal or professional, is a safe space for silly time in a healing way. Because as adults, we don't really take into consideration how much pressure can be placed upon us in this world. So you know that's why even as a Leo, you know, we rule the heart and we're the child of the zodiac. So it makes sense for me to be like the trickster. And that's why when I realized that when I take life too serious, I said, oh, I'm not even in my human design. Because my
Mm-hmm.
human design is a manifesting generator. Anytime I feel resistance or like frustration, I'm not where I'm supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
And I have
Yeah.
to be okay with immediately. Like I had to learn how to just be like, ooh, no, thank you. Laugh and relax, laugh and release. And once I started doing that, I aligned with something better immediately. But we sometimes we've been taught to tough it out, to see things through. But you have to decide what is worth seeing through. Is the juice worth the squeeze?
Yeah.
So it just, you know, our life post Laugh Stay activation has been pretty joyful. And it gives you opportunity to be so aware of, are you really allowing yourself to be present in joy?
Yeah.
Because it's a present that's being presented to you. Get in your gifts and let your gifts, you know, provide. Girl, listen, I'm not even about to do this. It says money. I was literally just doing this and it says money. Because
I know.
energy
I
is
feel it.
currency.
I actually feel it.
Energy is currency. One of
Yeah.
the things, 'cause I do spoken word, I do a lot clearly, but one of my things is my energy is my currency and love is my frequency. So like it's yeah, energy is currency, and I love exchanging energy. And then the bottom says crying, and it's like crying tears of joy, literally crying tears of joy. Then this one, I promise you, I'm not being funny, but it says nervous, like calming down my nervous system. There's nothing to be nervous about. We divinely guided and protected. So the money is here. You know what I'm saying? That's the energy. You know, it's just I don't know how. I ain't gonna say I don't know how, but it's just so beautiful how everything just the intuitiveness to, because I was like, I don't want to be a reader. It doesn't seem natural, but I can't mock my gifts.
Exactly. Look,
But it
that's
says, like, I'm not even trying to, like, it says it right here.
when the cards
I'm
don't
gonna put
lie.
these
They
down
come
because
our
it's like
way.
every time I touch them.
Yeah, and also just it's just a different form. Like when you say I didn't want to be a card reader, you're already energy. It's just a different form of it. And I have that same not resistance, maybe more resistance to speak about it just because of uh people's own discomfort and especially with religion, but
Yep.
it should be that will be shared on. I'll do that as like Patreon because now
Yes, yes, because tomorrow you're going to start it up, and I'm excited.
yeah.
And that's why I kind of was like, I didn't want to say it to you because I was like, I didn't want to, you know, bring it. But then when you said the earrings, I said, okay, he's in the ring. I said, okay, sis is with it. She's
Yeah, and I will share with you, always just bring it up because a person, if you prevent yourself from saying it, you're preventing the other person from making their own choice. Like I
Mhm.
get to make the choice. I make the choice. But yeah, I'm quite a powerful high priestess. So that's what I consider myself
Ooh,
to
come
be.
on, talk
But
that talk. Throw
but
chakra activation. She better said it. I love it. I love it. Come on, see, that's what I'm saying. I didn't even know. Like, come on, see, it's so multidimensional. We exist in so
there we
many
go.
spaces and places. I
Yeah.
had no idea. This is beautiful. See, it's so many layers. There's layers to us. We're just
Exactly. But not everyone, I mean, as you said, not sometimes we have to we know what we're doing. We can recognize the other energies that we real sees real. We can see the other goddesses and gifted ones, and that's just what it is.
this has been so dope.
I know. I love this. If we don't do this, we should do this regularly or do something Patreon. We money is already here with us, so we will continue to make money. Somebody said, "Yes, ma'am, I am Frey." She loves our energy, and I knew you would be a part of the hopefuls. I say my followers are the hopefuls. We are positive, we are powerful, we are funny, and I knew you would just align with what my platform is. It's this. It's this. And whenever I find someone else who's operating on that same energy, I'm like, hey, come over here, this is great. So I've received what I needed, because this is why I allow myself to feel these things instead of saying I shouldn't feel this. No, I will feel this, because that is actually attracting this. What we both felt attracted this. It's all a part of it.
When I first saw you on the live earlier today, like I just know when I'm gonna have, like you said, a connection, because the ancestors is out here bringing people together like butt cheeks for a greater cause. And,
they sure are. Yes,
and I'm grateful to be in alignment, to just it's so beautiful. I'm just excited. And I would love for us to do this. Like I think, both our, audiences would love it. It's been amazing. I'm just excited. I'm just so optimistic.
Yes, there we go. And when I come back out to Cali, because I'll be there, I usually come in December anyway. I'll be around. I'll be around. I'm kind of hopping around, but I'll be around. And I did not know I was gonna stay on this long, but thank you for
Hey, now somebody gave you a live star.
Yeah, I love the live star. And my intention was always I had sent you that message on your live. I think I had sent you the intention of coming on to a live with you as soon as I saw you. So this is great. I've been on for over 2.5 hours, and most of that time was with you. So.
And I seen that you came on my live. Like I hit the button, but it didn't accept it. I was on that live for 2 hours, an hour and a half. So basically, we've been giving energy. We've been in
putting
purpose.
out energy. Okay, then I'm gonna sleep well. Okay,
That's what I just said. I'm about to just go wash my few little dishes. I was about to do some work, but it's getting done tomorrow.
We've done
I just feel so amazing. Before we go, can we just end it with some laugh yoga?
Yes.
Okay.
Please teach us.
Okay, excellent. Okay, so this is a hilarious exercise, and it's called Inhale Love, Exhale Laughter. And we're going to utilize it as a way to just laugh and decompress, to just ground ourselves in the joy that's being presented to us. So it doesn't have to be a big boastful laugh. It can just be a very calm laugh, and we're going to hug ourselves when we exhale. We're going to just rub ourselves, our arms. We're going to calm ourselves. It's going to help us be able to lazy laugh and lay it down. So we're going to just breathe in deeply through our nostrils. We're going to fill up our lungs, allow our bellies to expand, and visualize just joy and happiness flowing throughout our body. Wrap your arms around yourself, and then let's joyfully exhale with a chuckle. Yes, let's sway side to side. Love on ourselves with laughter. Giving thanks to ourselves for showing up in purpose. Being present in the moment. Yes. Laugh to stay. Yes, Goddess. One of my hilarious family members said that it is contagious for sure. It is. Yes, I love you. Yes, I love you. Oh, I always tell myself that I love myself. I love myself.
Yes. And this hug, I need it.
It'd be so needed. Oh, yes. Hug yourself and laugh.
I hope all of the hopefuls are doing this, because
yes,
this is the hug and the laugh and the energy and the release. Everything's working out as it should. So thank you for your release of tears, because it brought me. I am grateful for my release of tears because it called you. And I'm grateful that we've connected and will continue to connect and shared some authentic honesty. And we're dope and we're goddesses and everything else. And I'm open to the cards at any time. Okay?
Ashe.
Ashe,
Ashe. Thank you so much for
ashe.
inviting me. Laugh and stay to the hopefuls. It was such a pleasure to be in
Yes,
your presence,
go
and I
add
appreciate all
her,
you guys.
please. Go add her, please. I think a few of my people have already jumped over to you and added holistically healing, holistically hilarious, like heal, holistically hilarious. Add
Mm-hmm.
her. You know I'm here. I'll be back tomorrow after I record. And just thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm grateful.
Gratitude is the attitude. Laugh or stay.
Laugh and stay. Good night.